the front seat?
Because I love you and you're just not ready yet.
Putting your kids in the right seat for their age and size is an act of love. Check that your kids are in the right seat at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Love protects. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Heather Bosch. Pain at the pump. AAA says gas prices have reached a national average of $4.43 a gallon. But CBS's Uba Ali says that is fueling business for some.
Even if the gas prices go down, it's still a big difference.
This growing stack of paperwork tells that story at GS Motors in Hopkins. Pavel Inatovich owns this used EV-focused dealership. He says rising gas prices make these vehicles a hot commodity.
Sales are doubled, super busy, a lot of foot traffic, a lot of people calling, a lot of people coming for test drives, and a lot of people buying.
Analysts say high fuel prices were likely the last straw for money-troubled Spirit Airlines, which ended operations today, stranding some passengers.
There's even a lot of people that they can't afford to buy another ticket. So that's bad. You don't do something like that to people.
Fuel prices are soaring as the U.S.-Israeli war against Iran enters its 10th week. CBS's Olivia Gassis with the latest.
Soon after word emerged Friday of a new Iranian proposal sent through Pakistan, President Trump made clear there's still no deal in sight.
We just had a conversation with Iran. Let's see what happens. But I would say that I am not happy.
President Trump's decision to withdraw thousands of American troops from Germany is not sitting well with some top congressional Republicans.
The chairman of the House and Senate Armed Services Committee say they are very concerned about the decision. In a joint statement, Senator Roger Wicker of Mississippi and Representative Mike Rogers of Alabama said prematurely reducing the U.S. military presence in Europe sends the wrong signal to Russia. They also said President Trump should have considered moving the troops east rather than entirely removing them from Europe.
The FDA says it will allow some patients with aggressive pancreatic cancer to receive access to a promising drug before it is officially approved for use.
I have much less pain than I had 4 months ago when I was diagnosed, and I have a massive 76% reduction in tumor volume.
That's former Nebraska U.S. Senator Ben Sass, who has terminal pancreatic cancer, telling CBS's 60 Minutes about his experience with daraxonrasib.
CBS's Michael Toscano reports the pill, taken 3 times a day, blocks a signal that causes cancer cells to grow nonstop. The Kentucky Derby will be run with 19 horses instead of the maximum 20 after a late scratch less than 12 hours before the race. The Puma was ruled out today because of a swollen leg from a skin infection. This is CBS News.
I want to know what's going on in the world.
I'm Tony.
There are big questions that all of us are asking. I want to get you the answers.
How are you?
I'm Tony DeCopel. Join me on the CBS Evening News.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Because shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids. Rolaids' dual-active formula has calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. Yeah, you heard right. 2 actives for that powerful relief. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaid spells powerful relief. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Florida citrus growers are hoping for a better year.
3 things have cut Florida citrus output by up to 95% in the last 25 years.
Citrus diseases, and then you've got development and then disasters.
Disasters like hurricanes. And citrus grower Steve Crump says what's known as citrus greening has been devastating.
Greening eventually kills the tree, or it gets the production so low. As a farmer, you're done paying for trying to keep it alive.
Matt Joyner of the trade group Florida Citrus Mutual sees signs of a possible turnaround.
We've got growers that are putting trees in the ground. We've got quality improvements in terms of tree health and even orange size and sweetness.
Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Crops like wheat, potatoes, and beans are growing faster but losing nutrients. Scientists tell the Washington Post the culprit is increasing levels of carbon dioxide. Plants produce more sugar and fewer nutrients. I'm Heather Bosch, CBS News.
I'm Kiara Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WEB-NOW-1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Cold this afternoon with clouds and some sun, a shower around, the high only in the upper 40s, partly cloudy tonight down to 33, partly sunny tomorrow, high 59. Breezy and warmer Monday and afternoon shower, high 71. For AccuWeather, I'm John Fierk, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Let me clear my throat.
It's Rachel and Sean, 6 to 9 tonight, jagging around, and we're hitting the road running tonight here. Everybody's showing up. They're at the door, this kind of stuff, and sometimes we go in and we go a little, quiet the first 15 minutes, but no, we're hitting the road running because the Dawn Keyser is in the building.
When she says I can be there at 6 o'clock, you are like in and ready.
Right.
Dawn, here's the best story of the night.
Wait, just in case somebody doesn't know.
Oh,
if
you don't know who Dawn Keyser is, turn us off.
Right?
I am just kidding. She is
you lost half your
the
audience.
Pittsburgh Film Office. She is the Pittsburgh Film Office, and we absolutely adore her, and we have had a great relationship for years, and we love the fact that you have been on the podcast with us over and over again. And here's what I love more than any of that. I said to John, oh, Dawn's coming on. And he said, oh, cool, for anything in particular? And I said, I love that I know something and you do not realize what is going down. And he said, what do you know? This app impressed me. Dawn, I couldn't believe it. We did get a press release about it, but I saw it on the news before we got the press release and said, oh my gosh, this is genius. Did you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
So there's an app.
Okay, but did you download it?
I didn't. I need to. I know. I love that you
We'll
look
do
at me
that
like
on the break. Yes.
Oh, I promise I will.
This is like when Josh Axelrod is
Look,
here. When Josh she's like, that one article. He goes, well, I didn't say that.
I didn't say, yeah. No, but you're right. I do need to do so. Tell us what the app is.
The app is it's Past Finders, and it's basically a tour of 12 to 15 of the sites we've shot movies at in downtown Pittsburgh. We plan on taking this region-wide. We started downtown. It's a free app. What am I doing wrong?
No. You're. We have to adjust our cameras here because people can watch you on YouTube thanks to Metropolitan
Watch on
Window
YouTube.
Company. Yes.
Download the app, Past Finders app. You'll see the link there right to the film office. And as you're walking around, what will pop up is Dark Knight Rises. You're standing right where Dark Knight Rises filmed. And it'll give you a few facts and figures. And in about 2 to 3 weeks, you'll have live video on there of crew that worked on the shows that'll tell you a little bit about their experience.
How brilliant is this?
How long has this been in the works?
4 years. It took a while because we really wanted an app, and then we needed an app that does Apple and Android. So it took a little bit, but the Pathfinders people are amazing. David Giardini is the CEO of the company. Virginia Montanez is one of the designers. She helped put the tour together, and it's amazing. And it ended up launching perfectly in time with the draft.
That thing that was just through here.
Yeah, that little piece of business.
Little ditty.
We had a largest number of downloads ever on Wednesday.
Oh, Dawn, I'm so happy.
And it's free. It's free.
Awesome.
We don't want your money. You can give us money later, of course. But the tour is free because we really want you to see how amazing Southwestern Pennsylvania is.
Not only that, but how many times are you asked those questions, right?
A lot.
Like what movies are here and where did things take place? I just thought that fact that those two worlds collided, that the draft was here and that you could say, look at our city. I was just thrilled for you.
We're excited. And then we added to it. So on the corner of 6th and Wood, with the help of the Pittsburgh Downtown Partnership, Mayor Corey O'Connor and some of our old friends, Jerome's over as well, we put together, it's almost a mini film museum on the corner of 6th and Wood. It's a closed GNC, and there's 17 windows. And when you start on one corner and walk around the corner, you'll get the history of all the films that were made here with some incredible displays, all made by our local crew. It's really, really cool.
Love that.
And it'll be up for a while, 6 months to a year.
That's like the Gimbals windows all year round.
All year round. The Downtown Partnership did a great thing trying to make, spruce up.
For sure.
What did we do? We read up Pittsburgh, right?
Yes.
And they called and said, could we do a movie one? I said, only with my professionals. So Mamie Stein, who's the president of IATSE Local 489, she designed it, literally drew it on a piece of paper, and then made it come to life. And they've done these great vignettes. So if you're downtown, come see it. If you're not downtown, come see it. And then there's the QR code to download the app on the Windows, too.
That is so smart.
Yeah.
It is just so smart and crazy to think 4 years in the making. Of course, crazy to think that we've had you on the podcast probably 11 times over those 4 years and never heard a word about this. We're going to need to shake you a little more and find out the things going on.
No, I don't like to talk about things until they're done, right? Because then people are like, oh, she's been talking about thing. Let's talk about sound stages, right? She's been talking about sound stages for how long? But, 20 years, but who's counting? But no, the app is fun. It's completely interactive. It's going to be even better, and then we're going to spread out so you get it. Because we've made over 250 films here, right? And throughout the region.
Wow.
So trying to make sure you've got little highlights in each of the different
So wait,
counties.
that's just films because then there are TV shows after that, right? Or no, do you consider those in the same
We always count them together, but now that you've asked me that question, these are all films. I don't believe we did any TV.
Okay.
Although we probably will add Mayor of Kingstown in there because,
because
they're our favorite TV series.
I drive by the shoe store in Stowe Township, what is currently the made-up shoe store in Stowe Township on a regular basis.
Dawn, do you know that we've not seen? We keep saying we want to start that series because
you haven't
there's
watched
so
it?
No.
Oh.
And fun fact,
you didn't download my app.
I knew she was going to say that. Why did you have me here, Rachel?
Yeah, what was I doing here?
But the Pit is my absolute favorite. Does
it
that
doesn't
matter?
film here.
A little bit.
3 days. 3 days. Look,
she's mad at me now, John. What's happening?
We love the Pit. They're great and they're really nice to work with.
I understand.
And they love Pittsburgh, which is great.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And thank you to Allegheny, AGH, all of the healthcare workers that all put up with it and help them work there. It's amazing. Highmark agreed to all that. Because frankly, the first time they called and said, we're going to use the helipad, I laughed and went, no, you're not. And they made it work. They've been incredible. So, The Pit's great. But look, Mayor of Kingstown's amazing.
It is, yes.
We're on season 5.
I know.
Seasons 2, 3, 4, and 5 filmed here. Season 1 filmed in Canada because we were out of tax credits.
Right.
They rued the day, right? They came back, so we're thrilled to have them. And it looks like this is going to be the last season, although we all keep hoping maybe another network will pick it up.
Is that right? Okay, on the network's choice. I got you. Okay, but Jeremy Renner was so infamous in a way as far as his accident that he had. Then Mayor Kingstown comes around. It's like he's a total Phoenix twice, as far as how this all came about. He came out of that accident, and then he came out. Then Mayor Kingstown is just so good.
He's so kind, and he loves Pittsburgh. It's been really nice having them all here. So
I think I remember at one of the events, you or somebody had mentioned, like at some point, he even was happy to bring his family here to let them hang out, and that's how much he liked Pittsburgh.
He's here. His daughter's been in and out. His mother comes. Yeah, it's a family thing. He really likes it. He likes going to Kennywood. He likes going to Pirate. He's just been. They've all been really great.
And you can tell even by your Lights, Glamour, Action event that you do every year that is absolutely amazing. He comes out and talks to people like, what's up? Right. Like, it's a very relatable thing. And that's why people are so drawn to him. And, typical Yinzers, they're like, I was with him the other night.
Yeah.
Down there.
You see Jeremy Renner?
Jeremy was there.
He's at the Baco game.
He went to a Riverhounds game, too. Did you see that?
I did see that.
Yeah.
I haven't even been to a River. Have you been to a Riverhounds game?
That's so funny.
That's one of our,
we just said. Somebody said
procrastination
which we will ask you about. But nonetheless, interesting fun fact. His driver, who is a Teamster, Big Cat Pat, is my dear family friend. And he came to the party.
Wearing white.
The white tuxedo.
Yes.
Tell me you don't love that man.
He's amazing.
And loves Jeremy, and they're like best friends.
I love
it. It is the cutest. That's so Pittsburgh. You don't find that anywhere else.
No. The show itself, though, isn't really, it's Kingstown. So it's a little more violent than I think
Understood.
Pittsburgh really
a little.
is, so
Yes.
Just heads up
more.
before you.
Dawn, we have a couple
binging
more
in.
questions. We know you're a woman around town and you have so many things to do, but we have one more segment with you. So please stick around and listen to our dear friend, Dawn Keyser of the Pittsburgh Film Office. It's John and Rachel, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
News, weather, traffic, and business every day. Hear it on News Radio KDKA.
Been 30 time, would have been 30, no, would have been 30, being 30, been 29. If that'll help, been 29,000.
Get ready to bid on the equipment you need in the Ritchie Brothers Northeast Regional Auction on May 5th. Inventory is housed at locations in Pittsburgh, North Franklin, and Northeast Maryland, with in-person inspections available. Bid on a wide selection of construction and transportation equipment. Don't miss this great opportunity. Visit rbauction.com/Pittsburgh to sign up. Again, that's rbauction.com/Pittsburgh.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell. Licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of adults, both men and women, suffer from varicose or spider veins. And this is not just a cosmetic problem. If left untreated, varicose veins can lead to severe swelling, cramping, heavy bleeding, the inability to stand or walk, neuropathy, permanent paralysis, and worst case, blood clots, which can be life-threatening. But here's the good news. USA Vein Clinics offer plans that treat and cure the condition, not just cover up the problem. And the procedure is fast and simple. Grab your phone, take down this number, and call 800-452-0119. That's 800-452-0119. When you call, you'll get free information on how you can live your life to the fullest again. Walk, exercise, sleep well. Your varicose vein problems will not go away on their own. Call USA Vein Clinics today for free information on fast and easy solutions covered by most insurance, including Medicare. Call 800-452-0119. That's 800-452-0119. Call 800-452-0119 today.
It's time to spring into deals for Mother's Day at Lowe's. Shop select 1.5-gallon annuals hanging baskets, 2 for $15, and get Mom the perfect addition for her garden for less. Plus, get 3 free bags of Miracle-Gro 0.75 cubic foot garden soil when you buy 3. Mom's garden is winning with these deals. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 5/6, excludes Alaska and Hawaii, while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Join Beth Andrews for the Net Worth Financial Hour Saturdays at 1 to get the news and information you need to make your retirement dream a reality. That's the Net Worth Financial Hour with Beth Andrews, Saturdays at 1. Net Worth Advisors, LLC is a registered investment advisor.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Where Pittsburgh comes to talk. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The camera over there.
It is Rachel and John.
And Dawn.
It all rhymes.
It all rhymes.
Right. And
she couldn't see you, so we need to move equipment around.
I can see him over there now.
Okay, good.
There you go. There you go. So it is just like last night. It's a party. It's a cavalcade. I feel like that's a dated word, but yeah, it's a reference that really people just keep coming in and out of the studio all weekend long.
And that's what we love because there's so many Pittsburgh stories, and Dawn Keyser being among those stories that just keep coming when it comes to movies. Dawn, we were just reminiscing your amazing event that happens in March. How long does it take you to plan for that huge event? Like, are you starting already for next year?
We've already started for 27. It takes a long time. People don't realize it's like, oh, let's have a party. Let's have a fundraiser. It's a lot of work. And we appreciate everybody coming. It's a great event for us because we get to talk about the film office. We get to see a lot of our friends. And, it's a very unique party.
How many people attend that?
This year, there were close to 700.
Wow. It's unbelievable to me.
My favorite party, of course, was the COVID party because nobody came. We did it on video. I'm kidding.
I remember it.
I feel like we all say that because it's lovely to be out among people, but then when you're like, I have to get up, I have to get dressed, I have to be around all these people, it does become like, oh, remember those days when it wasn't so?
Everyone had already paid, so nobody felt like they could take their money back. So that was our highest grossing year ever because we didn't have to buy a single glass of wine for a single person.
And you guys do it upright. And for somebody who's listening to this and hasn't been, make sure you put it on your calendar because it's a celebration of all the things going on in Pittsburgh, and it really is a who's who, which is cool. So, Dawn, you are the who's who, at least as far as our Pittsburgh Film Office, all the productions that go on around here. I know I drive by the state penitentiary. There's people that want to tear it down. There's Dawn Keyser says, for God's sakes.
She said, no, you're not.
It's that whole idea of someone's trash is someone's treasure, right?
Yeah,
right.
That whole thing over there is really interesting. But real quick, because I know we want to talk about other things, but where are we on the tax credit thing? We always want to make sure we talk about that and keep that in the forefront, right?
I appreciate that. It looks like we'll be at $100 million. I don't really, we'd like to be at least $300 million. We are very far behind our competition. I mean, even West Virginia has an uncapped tax credit right now. Mm-hmm. So it's disappointing. We'll ask, but I'm not seeing a lot of movement this year.
What's the hang up in it? Are they just afraid to give tax credits? I mean, the state's not losing any money by giving it, right?
The trick with the tax credit is this is money we only spend once they come and spend the money,
yes.
Right? It's kind of like I always equate it to a 25% off coupon at Macy's.
Yes.
So if you don't use that coupon, it's sitting in your pocket. If you come to Pennsylvania and you spend $1, we're going to give you back 25 cents.
Yeah.
As long as you've hired or rented or something from a Pennsylvania business or purchased from a Pennsylvania business. So it's not funds that you were spending without getting a lot more in return. The issue is there's a lot of priorities. There's 17 different tax credit programs in the Commonwealth. We're not the only one. But there are a lot of other things on the governor's plate. So we just keep asking and showing and proving why it matters, why there's over 5,000 people that work in southwestern Pennsylvania, why that it's brought in over $2.5 billion in new money to this region's economy since 1990. Why we're going to use that closed terminal out at the airport, call it Terminal P, and turn it into a location.
That was the other big news.
Yeah, Terminal P is super fun. That's a website, too. You can go look at terminalp.com. It's linked on my website, and just take a look. I mean, it's a 440,000 square foot building with 60-foot ceilings. If you need an airport, you can come there, and you don't have to deal with pesky passengers or, loud suitcases on the clickety-clack floor. And it's we got a lot of calls. Netflix called, Paramount called, Disney called, everybody called going, this is amazing. We didn't know you had a closed airport. So we're pretty excited that it got a lot
How
of
could
attention.
they not know? I mean, cool. Pittsburgh boasted about this for how long? Come on.
Now, I have a quick question. All of the production that went on with the NFL draft, did that have anything to do with the tax credits? Did it suck up tax? Because it's not a movie production. It's
you
not
have
that
to be over 60 minutes in length, I think, is the deal.
See, okay.
But we had a lot of fun phone calls, different podcasts that produced during the draft, different shows. Rich Eisen had called looking for studio
I saw that.
space.
Yes.
So, I mean, we met. There was one going out on a barge for a company to do some sort of advertising thing, needing production assistance. So we got a lot of really interesting phone calls. But they didn't get tax credits for that.
So they didn't suck them up. Okay.
That was a good question.
It was a very good question. Look, the draft was a lot of fun. Pittsburgh looked amazing, and I think that helps. And I think when you layer on that our Terminal P mailers went out the same week, then you hit them with the windows at 6 of them would, and then you end it all with our app that you're going to download after I leave here. That would be Pathfinders, and go take the tour downtown. And look, it's a lot of fun, and it's free.
It is free.
Did I mention it's free?
And it's sticking around.
The windows are up for at least 6 months, probably closer to a year. If they
Okay.
get someone who wants to rent the space, our windows are going out the door. But I've built a mini museum. It's what I told Andy over at the History Center. I said, I've built my own museum. But
what
we're
did
happy
he
to...
think of that?
He thought that was fantastic. And then we're going to have it all go to their stuff because they're going to do a film exhibit at some point.
Do you think that you can mimic his voice for your museum?
Andy's voice?
Yeah, no one.
Andy has an incredible voice.
That guy.
And he can tell a story.
Any story. He could tell a story about this cup from the dollar store.
He could. And he would tell
you would
you
be
that-
like, wow.
And that, George Washington would drink out of it with his wooden teeth.
And you,
Exactly. You know what's funny is my classic story of Andy is we do the Picklesburg juice drinking and pickle eating, and the crowd is ravenous. Like they just all want, let's go. They're all screaming. We called Andy up on stage in the middle of Market Square. He silenced the crowd by telling the story about
a full crowd. Seriously.
About a pickle story, and it was absolutely amazing. He had them in the palm of their hand.
I love
it was,
that.
Yeah, it's
Well,
that's his
you
magic.
respect him, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the fact. He knows the stuff that's going on, and he knows a story about everything.
And he's downloaded the app.
And
I mean, I just...
Do you see the side eye that she's completely giving me?
No, he can't see me because the way this is set
right.
up.
It is. I'm looking at your face on a delay, as a matter of fact, so I get confused when you're talking.
I do need to.
That's so funny.
And
well, I need
the
to
other
download.
thing.
We need to go shoot like a little video in front of it.
Yeah, let's do something. Yeah,
My
for
office
sure.
is a block away, so if you guys want to come,
We're
hang
in.
out, we're
I mean,
okay.
please do not tempt me with a good time because if I come to your office, no work is getting done for that day. We need to realize
It'll
this.
be scuttlebutt day.
It'll be scuttlebutt day. It's
People like
true.
to come to my office. They look at all the posters. I've got some Oscar statues. We've got fun stuff.
I know. You've done great things. We had we still talk about the podcast that we did with all the different Patrick Jordan and you kind of combined and helped us to find all the various folks who work on movies. It was truly still one of our favorite
And
podcasts.
we want to do it again.
We should.
We want to do that here on the radio.
Yeah.
Like on a Saturday
Well,
evening.
I did it one morning with Larry. We did 4 hours on the film industry, so we could come
you
do
did.
it. How long are you here tonight?
We're 3.
We could do 3. That's easy.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
That's what I love about Dawn. She's like, this is a done deal. She hasn't even asked any of these people yet, but somehow we'll make it work.
They'll come.
I think
They'll
the good part is that there are so many in each of the different production areas, right? From audio to visual to stagehand. There are so many people around here that if one's not available, 3 others might be, right? That's the
There's
magic
over
of
5,000 people that live in the region that
I
work in
love
this
hearing
industry.
that. Yeah.
And, we say we have 4 full crews, meaning we can do 4 films, 4 TV shows, whatever, all at the same time with all local Pittsburgh crew.
Wow.
And that's huge because when I got here, it was probably 1. And we've quadrupled the size of the crew because back to the tax credits, right? We made it a way that you could make a living and live here and practice your craft and make Pittsburgh look amazing and go tell some stories.
And something you've told us before is that, and not only do they live here, and they don't have to drive somewhere else to go to work. They can live here because there's so many productions going on here. They don't really have to travel out of town to go do that work, right?
Correct. No, they get to stay home and they work at home. And then, they can walk their kids to school and do all those great things.
Dawn, that's a sign that we have you on a lot, and I'll take it.
Because you guys can quote me back to me. I kind of think it's super fun.
We can quote you back.
And it does show that we listen.
You do listen, exactly.
Yes.
And I do know you were using my trivia contest after I left.
Oh,
we did! On the radio with Josh
theater
Axelrod.
PR person texted me and said, that test was really hard. I was like, oh, my God. He goes, I knew the answers, but other people aren't. I said, it wasn't for you.
That is so funny. Oh, I love that.
Yes.
Listen, we have a couple of Yinzer questions we have to ask you, but where does everybody find you, follow you, and the podcast?
Oh, our own podcast is Screen Perspectives. If you go to pghfilm.org, you will find the information on everything. We're on every social media channel, and we're on every place you can hear podcasts, probably right next to you guys. But, Spotify and everywhere else, we're there. And we're listened to in 32 countries now, which I'm pretty excited
Look
about.
at you.
I know. I think it's one person, but, whatever.
No, it's not. It's multiple.
One person that travels
One person
a lot.
in each country. Yeah, they take the thing, they click in.
No,
Dawn, we talked about this earlier. We do this question called the procrastination destination, which is you are basically a Yinzer. You've been here for multiple decades. So you've been in Western Pennsylvania and you say, I'm gonna get there. What is that place?
Bedford Springs.
Is that right?
Why don't we do a girl?
Let's go. Can we get it sponsored?
This is why I love Yes! That is the story of my life.
We have one more question before we let you go. All right. What is something that's sacred to Pittsburgh, but you just don't necessarily care for? So we might have to take your Yinzer card for. That is
Kennywood.
Oh, I'm with you.
This is why she's like my best friend.
No, you know what? Kennywood's fine. It's the Steel Phantom.
Okay.
It's more Steel Phantom. Kennywood itself is fine, but
Fair.
it's Steel Phantom.
Dawn Keyser, you're the best. I hope you enjoy your evening.
Oh, yes.
And
Shrek for the win. Mount Lebanon High School. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yes, again.
It's John and Rachel, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Thank you.
Support St. Anthony school programs and help students with special needs achieve their full potential through inclusive education, therapy sessions, and job skills development, serving students ages 5 through 21 with Down syndrome, autism, and other intellectual disabilities. Find St. Anthony school programs within select Catholic schools in the Pittsburgh area, including a post-secondary program at Duquesne University. For over 70 years, they have empowered students of all faiths to live independently and contribute meaningfully to society. Learn more or donate at stanthonykids.org.
Life's best moments start with perfect choices. For Connie Nowak, it was a trolley ride and a 67-year love story. A life of family, smart decisions, and companionship with Chester the cat. Her retirement choice? The Village at St. Barnabas. Recreation, healthcare, close to family, everything on her list. Right now, we'll make your move to the Village perfect too. Up to $2,000 toward moving costs. St. Barnabas Retirement Communities, stbarnabascommunities.com, or call 724-444-5568.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code MOVE to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code MOVE to borrow up to $10,000. Use code MOVE to borrow up to $10,000.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
CBS News Brief. With gas prices showing no sign of retreating as the U.S.-Israeli war against Iran enters its 10th week, drivers are trying to adapt.
Cutting down our commutes, maybe going out a little bit less. I'm nervous about how the price of gas is going to affect things like groceries.
AAA says the national average for a gallon of gas is $4.43 today. The high price of jet fuel may have been the last straw for Spirit Airlines when this passenger showed up for her flight.
When we get here, there was a guy so calm posting some signs saying that Spirit ain't working no more.
Spirit ended operations today. The Pentagon says the U.S. will withdraw about 5,000 American troops from Germany. CBS's Linda Kenyon explains.
The president's action follows criticism from Germany's chancellor, who told students the U.S. has no strategic plan when it comes to the war against Iran.
CBS News Brief, I'm Heather Bosch.
Have you or a loved one recently needed nursing home care? This can be very expensive, and you can lose your life savings without proper planning. The attorneys at Julian Gray Associates have helped thousands of families navigate these difficult situations. Visit grayelderlaw.com.
At Audion Hearing, our mission is simple: to make better hearing affordable for everyone. We're proud to offer high-quality, rechargeable hearing aids starting at just $98. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. And here's a study worth hearing. Research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Join over 1 million happy customers and hear the difference today by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
And Doug. There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means playing in a football game. 42! You're going down, Doug. Oh, yeah? Your price on car insurance when you customize and save is going down. Hey! Limu? What are you doing on their team? Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty. The Pittsburgh Speaker Series at Heinz Hall, presented by University of Pittsburgh, announces its 26-27 season. 7 evenings to deepen your understanding of the world around you, featuring Anderson Cooper, former UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, financial journalist Andrew Ross Sorkin, former NASA Administrator Charles Bolden, and the former U.S. Ambassador to China Nicholas Burns. The series is sponsored by News Radio KDKA and the Spanos Group of Raymond James. Tickets on sale now at pittsburghspeakers.org.
Hi, this is Father Tom Burke of the Diocese of Pittsburgh. Join me for Catholic Education Plus as we listen to 2 teachers and how their story started in our Catholic school hallways and now they're side-by-side teaching. Catholic Education Plus airs this Sunday morning at 6:30 on KDKA Radio.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Cold for May this afternoon. Clouds and sun, a shower in spots. The high only in the upper 40s. Partly cloudy, chilly tonight down to 33. Partly sunny tomorrow, back up to 59. Warmer Monday with an afternoon shower, high 71. For AccuWeather, I'm John Feerick, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Going through a big weekend? Yep. We'll get there to Monday. And when Monday hits, for sure, I'll be back. It's going to be fantastic. With you 2 to 6 on Monday. Join me then. Colin Dunlap right here, KDK.
It's Rachel and John jagging around KDK till 9 o'clock tonight. And I mentioned earlier, as Don Keyser was leaving, the next 2 guests are coming in. And we don't even have free food or anything here. We're just the weekend people.
We're just the weekend
right,
people.
Right, and Anna's here. Anna's here doing her last gig tonight.
I know. She picked us.
Right, yeah. So the good news is we'll try to be on time for everything, Anna, and try to make life easier for you. We're talking these segments about something called the Golden Quills.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to back off and let you explain them.
I want. Here's what I love is that you didn't really know what it meant to somebody to win it until we won. And now it's so interesting because I think people are sick of us talking about it or how excited we were to have won 2 years ago that they lead in with it because they know we're going to say it at some point. It's become like a part of our bingo card. But we were really stoked because it's that time of year for the Golden Quills to come around again. And so we reached out to Andrew Conti and he said, you need to have the one and only Karen Conlon. So
Oh, the one and only.
The one and only.
I was promised food, by the way.
Oh my God! Well, there are 7 stale donuts out on the shelf.
There are, and an Oakmont bakery box.
Yeah, we don't rank here. When we're here, when folks are here during the day, they get all the free pizza and all that kind of stuff. So, Karen Carlin from the Western Pennsylvania Press Club. Did I get that right?
Actually, it's the Press Club of Western Pennsylvania, but that's okay.
Yeah,
but we'll answer to anything.
So to me, I always remembered seeing the people won Golden Quills, meaning the TV stations, the radio stations, the online publications, the written publications, and I never really did understand it. And now I understand that it is not a popularity contest. It's a professional peer review kind of thing. So first of all, welcome to KDKA. We appreciate that. Explain the Press Club and then explain the Golden Quills if you
There
don't
you go.
mind.
Okay, well, the Press Club is an organization of journalists and people who support journalists, and we support each other. We sponsor developmental programs. We run the Golden Quills. We give scholarships out. And through the Golden Quills, we recognize quality journalism in the 29-county area of Western Pennsylvania and the neighboring counties of northern West Virginia and eastern Ohio. The other thing that we do with the Press Club is we have a lot of fun social events that we try to have also with in fact, we just went to a Penguins game back in March. I'm not sure what we're planning for this summer, but we also try to get together with the other press clubs in the area.
Nice.
The Women's Press Club of Pittsburgh, the Pittsburgh Black Media Federation, the Video Consortium. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody, and I apologize for that. But there are other kind of fun things that we do together, and it's just fun to meet other people from other outlets, see what they're doing, and not be competitive for an evening, and just kind of hang out.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a small community here, so chances are, as you were telling me before, Rachel, you worked for a number of outlets and now you're here, and it's a chance for people that maybe used to work together and they'll, meet up.
Yeah.
Reminisce. Hey, remember when?
It is such a small pool. I mean, even when the next guest who we have coming on, Emily, it was interesting because we met for something else. And I said, do you know Bill Tolan? Which is exactly what you asked.
What I asked her.
And she was like, yeah, he's my boss, because it is such a small entity of people. But it's changing. Yeah. Right? It's changing. How do you feel as a traditional journalist or having been involved for as long as you have? How do you feel about that change and some of the categories maybe that they're adding in? Like even us, John and I are up for a category of video. That wasn't a part of it before.
Right. It's interesting how things that you would have traditionally thought, like the Butler Eagle has a podcast.
Yes, sure.
And the Post Gazette does video, and some of the the radio stations will have somebody submitted something in a written category because they didn't broadcast it, but somebody spent some time and wrote a very nice story and they wanted to submit it. So that was in one of the writing categories. So there's just so much overlap now that you're not just print, you're not just written, you're not just audio, you're not just video. So that's been kind of cool to see how that sort of thing has been produced. One of our members is deeply involved in the Mid-Atlantic Emmy Awards.
Okay.
And they are seeing more submissions where they are video entries from what you would think would be non-traditional outlets.
Okay.
And are winning. It's not just from TV stations across the state or across the Mid-Atlantic region. So it's kind of fun to watch. I mean, we're in a multimedia universe.
Yes. Isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
That's what we have to do.
And when we get to the judging of it all, it is peer review. So the one year that we did win 3, it was the LA Press Club or something like that. So how does that work? Because I'm sure if someone's judging the Western Pennsylvania ones, then the Western Pennsylvania folks have got to do somebody else's judging somewhere along the way.
That is correct. That's what we call the reciprocal judging.
Okay.
Yes. This year we had judging help from the Headline Club of Chicago.
Oh, wow.
And also the Oklahoma SPJ, Society for Professional Journalists, and also the Florida Press Club.
Okay.
So while the Headline Club in Chicago was judging the Golden Quill Awards, we were judging the Chicago contest, and we will be judging the Oklahoma SPJ sometime in the future.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure when that's coming. But, we have had reciprocal agreements with a lot of different media organizations, mostly press clubs and SPJ chapters. As you said, the LA Press Club is huge and really helpful. And these are all media professionals who know a thing or two about how things are produced and written, and they're the ones who judge it. And as you said, John, peer-reviewed. And those are the folks that do the judging.
Now, as the categories are changing and as the criteria is changing, and I love the example that you gave that maybe somebody who is a radio personality or a radio, speaking person wrote something and submitted. I love that. And you're saying you're seeing this crossover through different media channels. Yeah. Does that mean the criteria in which you decide changed? Like the way that you're voting or the way that you're reading it or the way that you're vetting, does that change?
I don't think so, because video people are judging video categories.
Got it.
No matter who submitted it.
Okay.
And, same with the written categories, same with the broadcast video photography. Photographers are looking at the photography entries. So, these are still the professionals who have the background in those particular categories.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, because I thought, my gosh, there's just so much. Just like anything, any sector where you've increased that visibility. It's interesting to see. Yeah.
Yeah. So the general public can come to the event, right?
Yes.
I think it's interesting because, it really is when the event is on the 19th of May.
It's on the 18th of May.
18th of May. It's Monday. Monday, right?
Yeah, if you come the 19th.
You were doing so well.
It'll be over.
It'll be over, Karen.
I wouldn't have cared if you said the 17th. 18th, and I would have said, hey, stick around.
All right, yes,
But,
it is
it's
Monday.
the 18th.
It is
Yes, 2 weeks from
Monday,
this
right?
coming Monday.
And anybody can come to it. But the cool thing is, it is a who's who of reporters and journalists here in Pittsburgh. So, if you're one of those people like, hey, I wonder if David Highfield's going to, the people in Pittsburgh, they hold out the TV and radio personalities as personalities. This is your chance to go hang out with them and see all the people and get their awards. But I think the cool part for me is just being there over the last couple of years has been to realize how many micro outlets there are.
Yeah.
It's not just the 3 TV stations and the 4, including WQED and the big radio stations. There are all these little micro outlets, which is fantastic, and they're winning. And that's super cool. How many members, I guess, are in the Western Pennsylvania Press Club as far as?
I would, I'm guessing it's about maybe 100, maybe a little under 100.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be a member
That's right.
to enter the contest.
Yeah.
Our contest this year attracted over 1,270 entries. We had another record-breaking year.
Yeah.
There was as you said, there are just so many great media organizations in the area and in the region. And we get stuff from Johnstown, and we get stuff from Altoona. We get things from Pittsburgh itself, but different size outlets. We get things from Pittsburgh's Public Source. They changed their name. We get things from WESA, from
2 of our faves:
Pittsburgh Quarterly, Pittsburgh Magazine, Pittsburgh Jewish Chronicle, Pittsburgh City Paper, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, the Tribune Review, Tribune Live. Washington Observer Reporter, the Uniontown paper. As I said, it's just from all over. And it's really nice to come together in an evening like that and just celebrate local journalism and be able to recognize these folks who really put their heart and soul into this type of work, because journalism is a calling.
Yeah.
You took it out of my mouth.
Is.
Yeah.
And it's a tough one at this point, for
It's a
sure.
craft, yeah,
No
and I want to
doubt
get
about
into
it.
that.
All right, so
conversation
Karen, are
as
you
well.
going to hang out with us for a little bit?
Absolutely.
Because we want to celebrate you, because not only do you do all that, you actually take my phone calls when
She said she's used to emailing you.
11:55 at night, right before the midnight deadline. So
Look at her
it's
nodding.
Rachel and John, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
When you need to know, depend on the news leader. At home, in your car, or at work. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM, AM 1020, and KDKARadio.com.
I'm with Joe Potocznik from JP Roofing and Siding, a platinum preferred contractor from Owens Corning. Joe, what does that mean?
It's an elite status. We earn that by using Owens Corning products to qualify for the platinum preferred warranty. That's a 50-year warranty on the materials and 25-year on the labor, 100%.
That's the upper 1% in America after 45 years, Joe. Congratulations.
Thank you, Larry.
Call JP Roofing and Siding, 412-829-7711.
The U.S. Treasury quietly released its official financial report for 2025. It appears by its own numbers, the U.S. government seems insolvent. It's reported that the Treasury shows about $6 trillion in assets and over $47 trillion in liabilities. Add it all up, and it looks like the U.S. owes more than $130 trillion it doesn't have. If that were a family, they'd earn $52,000 a year, spend $73,000, and already be more than $1 million underwater. Any accountant would call that insolvent. So how does the government fix this? It can print money, which erodes your purchasing power, it can raise taxes, or it can cut benefits. And none of those can help to protect you. That's why many people who have something to lose move part of their savings into physical gold and silver, assets that can't be printed, defaulted on, or voted away. Call Monetary Gold at 877-NOW-GOLD for their complimentary gold and silver guide and a no-pressure conversation. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Call Monetary Gold now at 877-NOW-GOLD. Do it before the next headline, not after. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
Wait, everything on this IHOP value menu is just $6?
I told you it was amazing. A huge plate of pancakes, bacon, and eggs is just $6.
Wow.
There's also French toast, a ham and cheese omelet, and oh, they got a BLT and fries now.
Okay, we're coming here every day.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Feast for just $6 with the IHOP value menu. $7 in some locations, available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Spreadsheets, clunky software, 100 different logins just to run your business? Ah.
There's a better way. Odoo.
One simple, connected platform that handles sales, inventory, accounting, and more. So you can focus on growing, not juggling. Make the switch today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
The 50,000-watt voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Once again today, it's almost like we should just forget about the commercials and let the conversation roll.
Anna, could you please go ahead and cancel those commercials and let all of the advertisers know that it's just not working out tonight?
Tell
Thank you.
PJ Comanchic like we're all just donating our time. Yes.
Yeah. No, but it is true. It's just so much fun. John, tell me what you were going to ask. What was the next question?
The next question.
Who's being honored?
Oh, okay.
Because you seem to be just so into the connection of the Golden Quills.
I didn't realize that was going to be. Yes. So, all right. So we talked about the Golden Quills. It's on Monday, the 18th of May.
We got that right. Check mark.
Anybody can go to it. You can get tickets. We'll make sure you give the website because it is a hangout kind of place. If you want to see all your favorite reporters, anchors, all that kind of stuff.
But not only that, it's interesting to see the people who are winning for what they're winning.
And there's so much citizen journalism out there right now. Like this is really something to go to. Right. In the meantime, Karen Carlin from the Western Pennsylvania Press Club of Western Pennsylvania, you honor somebody each year, and you're honoring somebody this year.
Yes, actually, we're honoring an individual and an organization. Each year, we give a President's Award for Lifetime Achievement. And this year, that is going to Michelle Wright, who just retired from the WTAE anchor desk. For all the good work that she has done, and not just for being the great professional that she is, and what she's contributed to local news, but also that she's been a mentor and a teacher to young journalists. And our Service to Journalism Award, which goes to either an individual or organization that has contributed to journalism in Western Pennsylvania. We are honoring the Women's Press Club of Pittsburgh this year.
That's awesome.
Nice.
It's one of the oldest press clubs in the country at 135 years old.
Wow. Okay.
So we're really
You're not supposed to give a female's age, whether it's a press club or not.
Is Francesca
DeBecco?
Yes,
She's no longer the president.
Oh, okay.
No, actually, Cindy McGrath, who is a producer at WPXI TV, is now the president.
Okay, I thought it was Francesca.
So that fun gang, which I know about because I'm such a joiner. I belong to that club also. I'm a clubber.
You're a clubber. Yeah, got it.
That's a great group of people.
I'm sure.
Too, so they'll be there. So it's good. It's going to be a fun night. So we'll be honoring those folks and then recognizing the winners of our scholarships. We have the Bob Fryer Memorial Scholarship that was named for an editor at the Tribune Review. Mm-hmm. And that is going to Caitlin Hughes, who's a student at Duquesne University. And the Press Club of Western Pennsylvania Scholarship is going to Annalise Hansen, who is a student at Penn State University.
Okay.
Nice.
So this is our way to recognize students and their work. Oh, and I didn't mention there's a whole student division of the Golden Quills also.
I love that, yeah.
So they're competing also. So it gives us an opportunity to encourage young journalists and also honor their work and recognize.
Journalism is not an easy career anyway. I mean, there are so many that I guess you could say the same, but boy, it just keeps, when we think of what happened with the Post-Gazette, in the city paper going back and forth, it's one of those things where you have to be dedicated to the cause, right? Because it's not lining your pockets, that's for sure. So you're dedicated to the cause.
You don't go into journalism to make money, that's for sure. Yeah.
So and I have to think you see that all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I could speak. I said leaving the Trib was sad because if you love your craft, it's a hard thing to do. But you also know, I was there when Alice Carter. Right, I know.
I know, and it's funny that you mentioned Alice because she was a theater reviewer for the North Hills News Record, and I grew up at the North Hills News Record.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, I remember looking in that newsroom like, I'm never going to make money because look at these amazing writers and these amazing people. And it was just a practicality standpoint. There's not a ton of money to begin with, and I thought about it at the time and was like, how do I change this? Never thinking that 10 years later there would be this platform that I could take advantage. Yeah, you know, with a great person who learned it as well. But I love seeing it. And I also love seeing young people, like the person sitting to your right. Crazy how this worked out, because John and I work with the Allegheny County Medical Society. And as we were emailing, this amazing PR person comes back very quickly and says, "Oh, I'm familiar with you guys. It's all good. We're going to make this happen." And then we start talking when we get there. So Pittsburgh. And she says, we mentioned a golden quill, and she says, "I'm up for it too." How does that even happen? Thank goodness we're not in the same category, because we'd be going at it now.
Yeah, we couldn't have you on, right?
But welcome, Emily Beatty, because we are so happy that we met you. You were lovely to meet, and even more lovely to hear your story. So tell us a little bit about what are you up for? And we don't need to take you out. So tell us what you're up for, as we know.
Yeah, so we're excited. So I'm with Allegheny Health Network. I am a strategic public relations coordinator for Allegheny Health Network. And we are up in the excellence in video journalism.
Video broadcast
Correct, journalism.
Yes.
We have a digital magazine at Highmark Health, and that's kind of like our online blog. And last year, we produced this really beautiful piece about appendix cancer. It's a 3-part video series, 3 different videos on our website, just outlining this really unique cancer that is very rare. It's 1 in every 500,000 people in the U.S. are diagnosed with it every year.
Really?
So we have actually 2 of the best surgical oncologists in the world. I know probably everyone says, we've got the best doctors. People from all over the world come to Pittsburgh for these 2 surgical oncologists for appendix cancers, Dr. David Bartlett and Dr. Patrick Wagner. So we really wanted to tell their story, some of the patients' stories who have come from all over. We had a woman from New York that we featured, a young individual in his 20s from Arizona who flew out here twice for his surgery. And it's not an easy surgery. It's actually called the mother of all surgeries. It takes about 13 to 14 hours.
Oh my gosh.
It's a very invasive surgery. What they do is they go into your abdomen. So I guess let me back up. The issue with appendix cancer, when you have appendix cancer, you don't know that you have it until it's too late. And then once they go in, the tumor has really seeped out of your appendix into all of your other organs. So with this specialized surgery, they go in and they open you up. They open up your whole abdomen. They cut out the tumors. It sounds really, really intense. I can never do it. Thank God there's people in the world that can do this.
You're like, thank God I do PR.
I know. So they cut out the tumors that they can see, and then they put in hot chemotherapy in your body and kind of swish it around. They call it a chemo bath, to just really kill the microscopic cancer cells. So it's a really, really crazy procedure. It's very rare. It's rare to see this happen, but we have so many people come here to Pittsburgh to AHN for these 2 doctors. Oftentimes, these patients are told that they have, no other chance at other hospitals. They're turned away. The doctors at other hospitals are like, "We can't do this. Sorry, you've got 6 months to live." So then they come to AHN and they get a second chance. It's a really powerful story. So we have a ridiculously talented multimedia team at AHN. So my colleague Scott Peters, who's also up for the award, produced these 3 beautiful pieces.
Wow.
So we're really excited to be up for the award. It's very exciting. This is our first time.
Amazing.
It's such a good example of what Karen mentioned, in that you have an in-house. You didn't wait for the news to tell your story,
right?
Because they don't have time actually to do that, right?
Yeah.
So you have to have your own newsroom, as Rachel will say, and
exactly.
you publish this, and now you can. That's fantastic, and cool that Pittsburgh is once again. Pittsburgh loves Pittsburgh, and actually more than cool is that thank God we're not up against you.
Yeah.
So
I mean, really, that's just
right. We do not want to smack down.
Well, there is not one, right? Because that wins.
Our video has a Rooney on it, but it's not that,
I don't know. We have some tough competition that we're up against. I mean, just to be nominated for this, we have so much respect for all the journalists that we work with every day. So just to be considered for this award is just a true honor.
Well, we want to hear more about it. But in the meantime, Karen, where can everybody find out more information about the press club, about the Golden Quills, and maybe how to get tickets?
Sure. All you need to do is go to our website, which is westernpapressclub.org.
Easy enough. Thank you so much for joining us. It is John and Rachel, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Hey, Mom, now that I have an after-school job, I think I want to buy a drum kit.
Okay, Rockstar. Let's look at your account.
When kids start making money, Chase has easy-to-use tools and expert bankers to help them learn how to manage it.
And next month, I'll buy the bass drum and the cymbals. Oh, and maybe some noise-canceling headphones for you.
Aw, you've thought of everything.
Help kids save, budget, and build financial independence, all with Chase. That's good for kids and good for parents. Visit your local Chase branch and get started.
Account subject to approval. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
In a world in need of a hero, one man rises to the challenge in style. He is...
just driving the kids to soccer practice.
Make every day feel epic in the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid with up to an EPA-estimated 619 miles of range on select trims, advanced tech, and class-leading interior space. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
And hey, come on, no cleats on the seats.
Allegheny County is looking for poll workers to work the election on May 19th. Poll workers earn $150 to $175 for the day plus paid training. For more info and to apply, visit AlleghenyVotes.com. That's AlleghenyVotes.com.
The Carpenters Training Center is holding its annual open house on Saturday, May 2nd. Doors open from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Bring the whole family and enjoy food prizes and Kids Corner. Their 4-year apprenticeship program is tuition-free, and you will earn competitive wages and benefits while you learn. Information sessions begin at 9 a.m. and noon. Learn about a career in the union building trades, as well as the pre-apprenticeship program. Join them Saturday, May 2nd, as 4th-year apprentices from their 6 crafts participate in competitions and demonstrations. Find out more at eascarpenterstech.edu.
If you dread dealing with your insurance more than getting stuck in an elevator with an overshare,
bean burrito for lunch.
you have Insuranoia. You should have NJM. They go to great lengths to do what's best for their policyholders. Insurance underwritten by NJM Insurance Company and its subsidiaries.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company. Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
KDKA and KDKA-FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
War against Iran likely contributed to the failure of Spirit Airlines. Passengers who booked flights on the airline are scrambling to figure out what to do. CBS's Meg Oliver.
Spirit will automatically issue refunds for any flights purchased through Spirit with a credit or debit card. Some airlines have implemented fare caps on tickets for Spirit routes where they offer nonstop service. But even with that help, airline experts say some Spirit passengers could wind up stranded.
And the war has drivers nervously watching gas prices. More from CBS's Wendy Gillette.
Gas prices keep pumping up thanks to a continuing chokehold in the Strait of Hormuz, averaging over $6 a gallon in California.
It's like the grocery store. Keep going up and up and up.
President Trump says prices will quickly drop when the war ends, but when that will happen remains uncertain.
A protest and a rally in Wisconsin today for a brewery owner who made controversial comments about President Trump.
After the failed assassination attempt on President Trump, progressive activist Kurt Bangstad wrote he wished the suspect had been successful and he would offer free beer if the president was killed. Bangstad says his remarks were not completely serious.
I don't ever want to kill anybody, but sometimes I'll be happy reading an obituary.
Bangstad had a rally at the brewery Saturday attended by a few dozen supporters, but protesters also showed up.
It's not about Trump. It is about calling for the assassination of a president.
Bruce Marcus for CBS News, Minocqua, Wisconsin.
Drug maker Danko Laboratories filed an emergency appeal today after an appellate court blocked distribution of its abortion pill by mail, according to the Washington Post. The judges are requiring mifepristone to be handed out at in-person clinics instead. Obtaining an abortion pill through the mail has become popular since the overturning of Roe versus Wade. More U.S.-based workers are leaving the country. CBS's Michael Toscano has more on the new brain drain.
Over the last 5 years, the share of employees who left their jobs in the U.S. to work abroad has climbed from 2.7% at the end of 2021 to 6% by the end of 2025. That's from workforce intelligence company Revelio. That has reversed the previous trend of European tech workers heading here.
We're awaiting the results of the Kentucky Derby. It's the 152nd edition of the race, which is the first leg of the Triple Crown. This is CBS News.
What is going on?
What's going on here? How is this possible? Great storytelling starts here.
Oh, come on.
Why? It's time for 60 Minutes.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
One of the big automakers says it's going to make vehicles more affordable.
Asked whether Americans can afford the price of new cars, Ford CEO Jim Farley says some Americans can. In the exclusive interview with CBS News, Farley says most new models will be more affordable versions.
We are going to offer more choice in those kind of price points, around $40,000, less than $40,000. The trick is to make them in America.
According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is nearly $50,000, 30% higher than in 2019. And another factor, the steep gas prices. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
Bicyclists in Seattle racked up the most miles last year. According to newly released data collected by the fitness and social media app Strava, cyclists logged more than 3.3 million miles in the Emerald City, followed by 2.5 million in Chicago and 1.7 million in Minneapolis-St. Paul. I'm Heather Bosch, CBS News.
Planning for retirement isn't easy. If you don't know where to start, join Beth Andrews of Net Worth Advisors every Saturday at 1 for the Net Worth Financial Hour. Beth shares helpful tips and strategies that just might change the course of your retirement. Listen every Saturday at 1 to the Net Worth Financial Hour with Beth Andrews of Net Worth Advisors. Net Worth Advisors, LLC, is a registered investment advisor.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Cold this afternoon with clouds and some sun, a shower around, the high only in the upper 40s, partly cloudy tonight down to 33, partly sunny tomorrow, high 59. Breezy and warmer Monday and afternoon shower, high 71. For AccuWeather, I'm John Fierk, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
The following is an editorial by KDKA Radio Regional Vice President Michael Spacciapoli.
After breaking the NFL draft attendance record with over 805,000 fans witnessing the league's annual restocking of talent, Pittsburgh must capitalize on the momentum this created. ESPN and social media were unbelievably complimentary of our city. We received thousands of rave reviews from first-time visitors. The key is to ensure this success is sustained. All of this required a collaborative effort from so many people and organizations. Let's make sure these same people work just as hard attracting other big events and conventions. Continue to keep our city clean. Look for more areas to improve. The momentum is there. Let's make sure we don't simply celebrate the success, but rather we start stacking wins. There is no time like the present.
This has been an editorial by KDKA Radio Regional Vice President Michael Spacciapoli. To view a transcript, go to kdkaradio.com.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
It is Rachel and John jagging around. We have Emily here. We have Karen Carlin here. And Aaron Kleiber's on deck. It's just amazing as the night's going on. It's already after 7 o'clock. So we were talking about the Golden Quill Awards from the Press Club of Western Pennsylvania. It happens on May. Karen gave me the thumbs up. I got it right. Sometimes
So far, so good.
I need you to wear a T-shirt so I can look over and say I can read it like a script. So, anyways, that happens Monday, May 18th, and anybody can go. We'll make sure we give the website. But Karen, we're really not allowed to give the website again until you answer our Yinzer questions because we have rules here, and we might as well just have Emily join in the questions while we're doing them. Right?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So, Karen, love for you to again give that website, but until you answer at least two of our questions, what would be something? There are so many golden gooses here in Pittsburgh that they're sacred cows. But what is one of those things that you may not enjoy, and therefore we might have to remove
This is not a
Yinzer
farm
card.
question.
Right.
This is not
might have to take your Yinzer
geese,
card.
Gooses, cows.
Yes.
Don Keyser earlier took my Kennywood.
Yes. Okay. Not a fan.
That is
Yeah.
so funny.
Yeah.
And it becomes the theme, right?
I think it's a problem that when I was a child, Kennywood was awesome, but going there as an adult, especially going there as an adult without children, you look kind of weird. At,
it's a different,
To pay the price, just go get cheese fries and a corn dog and leave.
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of yeah. All right, Emily Beatty from AHN, you're up for you're a finalist in one of the Golden Quills. That's why you're here. All right, so tell us about your Yinzer card. Why might we have to pull it?
Well, so I'm not originally from Pittsburgh.
Okay.
So when I first moved here, my husband is a born and bred Yinzer, born and bred on the north side. And he took me for a permani sandwich.
There you go, Rach.
This is my girl.
Yeah. Not a fan.
No.
The fries are a little much, but I will say the permanis in the North Hills at McIntyre Square has the best cheeseburger.
Is that right?
So good.
Yeah.
I would go back there any day of the week to get one. So good. So not permanis as a whole.
Right.
Just
Okay.
the very
Okay.
thick, large sandwich.
All right.
It's a lot, right?
It's a lot,
I will
yeah.
also say their pizza's fantastic if you've ever had it.
And we
I,
need
you took the words out of my mouth. I really do like their pizza.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Oh.
Cool. All right. So, what's the next question you want to give?
Do either of you have a neighborhood nuh-uh? So basically, a neighborhood or an area, a section of the city, a part of Western Pennsylvania that would make us say nuh-uh.
I'm not sure if this is a nah moment, but
I love that you did it like that. Also,
nah and that.
Yeah.
But I'm always try to notice, especially when I'm downtown, when I'm in a building, to look around, especially if it's a building that's been there for a while.
Sure.
And to look at the marble and the wood and just the architecture, the design inside those buildings. And I think it's so easy that if you're in and out of a place, you're not really looking, around.
Sure.
Like, this is a really cool elevator. Obviously, I'm kind of a strange person. But I really love, there's a building, the Benedum Trees building. Is
great one.
Yes,
That's a great one.
Is where the Pittsburgh Media Hub is.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I know you can't just get in there and wander around. I mean, you can. You have to sign in, obviously, and they would like to know where you're going. But that is such a. Even the restrooms are cool. The wooden. The wooden stalls. Like I said, the marble. And there's one thing that I've always wanted to do is the thing that they have in the fall called Open Door Pittsburgh.
Oh,
Is
yes.
that it?
Uh-huh.
Okay, Open Door.
Yeah.
I always thought I'd get the words all mixed up. I've always wanted to go on one of those tours where they take you into these buildings where you're not usually
yes
able to to see. So that's
a great thing.
That's on my bucket list because I just it's just really interesting to see.
Yeah, for
the
sure.
insides of those buildings.
Okay, Emily, do you have one? Do you have a nuh-uh?
So like something that you guys haven't heard of before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or somebody cool lives down the street. Like, did you know that,
So a cool thing in my neighborhood, so I live in the North Hills, my neighbor started recently a free pet pantry. So if you are food insecure.
Was this just on the news?
It was. She was on KDKA.
I saw it.
And she was in the Trib as well.
Yeah.
So if you are a family who can't afford dog food, cat food, she has this cute little stand set up. Anybody can come. You can take food. You can leave food. So it's really nice. I try to help her out every once in a while when I can, just check the stock levels and whatnot. But it's a really great resource for the community.
Yeah,
So,
I like that. We have so much in common to talk about because I'm from the North Side and I live in the North Hills.
Yes. Yep.
So we have so many
The
things.
good news is she's not looking for votes this year. So yeah,
I'm not running for school board again. Yeah, we're done. I did.
See, I said votes. I said votes. She said school board.
Everyone
Bingo
knows I'm
card
on
right
school
there,
board. I
right
mean,
there.
it's been 6.5 years. It's time.
All right. So, what is something that's on each of your procrastination destinations? I think, Karen, I think you gave it to us, but
I have more.
Good. I love it.
All right. Sharon,
I love it.
Emily, we'll let you go first. Procrastination destination.
I have not been to Heinz Field.
Oh, wow.
I'm still going to call it Heinz Field.
Yeah, we all do. It's fine.
I'm just going to call it that. I have not been there. So, I mean, I've been to PNC Park, PPG Paints, but I haven't been there. So, maybe someday.
Okay.
I've got 2 little kids now, so that kind of keeps me
that's your
occupied.
excuse. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Karen.
That's so funny because I also have never been into the stadium. I've been to PNC Park, been to PPG Paints. I went to actually my first hockey game ever just this past January.
Oh, wow.
It took me that long to see the Penguins. Another place that I've never been that I would like to go is the Mattress Factory.
That's
a good one.
That's
the
probably
number
answer,
2.
I think. Yeah. You think Randyland is number 1?
Randyland, I think, is number 1, and Mattress Factory is number 2.
They're all in the same neighborhood.
And you could see them at the same, the same trip.
Yeah.
Literally walking. Yes,
exactly.
it is so true.
You could park once.
I love
for
that.
everybody that complains about parking. You
It
can
is
park once.
One time. That's it. Emily, we definitely are cheering you on because we are so excited for you to be at the Golden Quills and to be with us. And I can't wait for people to hear those kinds of stories. That's what it's all about, to really shine a light on these great stories that are being developed by people. Now, what was your role in that? I don't know that I fully understood because you were mentioning somebody else who produced it. How did you play a part?
Yeah, so my role, I can contribute to the digital magazine however much I want.
Got it.
We have different types of articles on there. We've got Q&As with doctors. We've got thought leadership articles, just a variety of different articles people can go on there and access. So it was kind of actually Bill Tolan, my boss, it was kind of his idea, like, why don't we do a really cool article on the HIPEC procedure, the appendix cancer. So I kind of brainstormed kind of wrote down everything that we wanted to cover, found the patients, we screened the patients, call them, are you interested in doing this? Kind of aligning all the stars to come together and produce the piece. Making sure that our videographer went in, he went into the operating room during one of the one guy that we interviewed, he went in during his surgery. I could have gone in there, but I was pregnant at the time, and I just thought the smells.
You're gonna vom.
Yeah.
Sure.
Wasn't going to turn out well.
We've seen that on the pit.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So yeah, I mean, just making sure kind of everything on the back end, and then Scott was great when we were producing the piece, and let me look over everything, made sure that I agreed with the storyline and whatnot. So really, he has such great eye that I told him, I said, here's my vision. Put this together however you want.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just a combination of efforts, but we're excited. We're cheering you guys on too.
Thank you.
Exciting.
Well, I mean, again, it was such a pleasure to meet you, and again, your title and what you're up for.
Yeah. So I told Karen, I said I messed up my title in the first time.
There you go.
I am a strategic communications advisor for Allegheny Health Network.
Nice. I love it. And what is the piece that you're up for the Golden Quill?
I wrote it down so I wouldn't mess it up.
I love this. Yes.
So we are up. Our digital magazine article is called Innovative Surgery Offers Hope to People with Peritoneal Cancers. And that is in the Excellence in Video Journalism category.
We can't wait. We're so excited.
Medical health.
And as John said, hope to see you all at the Golden Quills on May the 18th. Yes. Thank you so much for joining us, ladies. It's John and Rachel, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
When the weather turns bad, turn to us for the best news, weather, and traffic information from the KDKA Radio Storm Center. Presented by Duquesne Light Company, larger than light, and brought to you by Butler Transit Authority. Online and on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Attention Pittsburgh area residents. If you have Medicaid and need help with activities of basic living, Freedom Care can make it easy. With Freedom Care, the person who cares for you can be someone you love, your family, your friend, or a trusted neighbor. They can assist you with meals, bathing, eating, mobility, and more, and Medicaid pays them for your care. You stay in the home you love, surrounded by the people you choose, and it's 100% free to you. Don't wait. Call Freedom Care now. Call 412-981-1620. With Freedom Care, you get the care you need, and your loved one gets paid instantly after every shift. Feel better, heal better, and live better at home with Freedom Care. Call 412-981-1620 or visit freedomcare.com today. That's 412-981-1620. Again, 412-981-1620. 412-981-1620.
Freedom Care, we're here for you.
Hey folks, my friends at NASCO Roofing take pride in exceeding customer expectations. Joe from Pittsburgh loved the excellent work NASCO did on replacing his roof and gutters. It was a big job that NASCO completed in just 2 days with excellent attention to every detail. Joe was also impressed with NASCO's cleanup that left his home spotless. NASCO has thousands of customers that are satisfied like Joe. Get NASCO on your roof. Call NASCO 412-373-2000. 412-373-2000. Special financing available. NASCO Roofing. NASCO.
The U.S. Treasury quietly released its official financial report for 2025. It appears by its own numbers, the U.S. government seems insolvent. It's reported that the Treasury shows about $6 trillion in assets and over $47 trillion in liabilities. Add it all up, and it looks like the U.S. owes more than $130 trillion it doesn't have. If that were a family, they'd earn $52,000 a year, spend $73,000, and already be more than $1 million underwater. Any accountant would call that insolvent. So how does the government fix this? It can print money, which erodes your purchasing power, it can raise taxes, or it can cut benefits. And none of those can help to protect you. That's why many people who have something to lose move part of their savings into physical gold and silver, assets that can't be printed, defaulted on, or voted away. Call Monetary Gold at 877-NOW-GOLD for their complimentary gold and silver guide and a no-pressure conversation. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Call Monetary Gold now at 877-NOW-GOLD. Do it before the next headline, not after. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
Tune in this Sunday morning at 8 for the Coons Cooking Hour with Rob Pratt and the Coons Market Team when they discuss beef recipes with lean, budget-friendly cuts. It's the Coons Cooking Hour, presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Hear about it, then talk about it. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
It is Rachel and John, but John is actually escorting our friends who came on to talk about the Golden Quills. He's escorting them out because we were literally continuing the conversation. It was like a party. And so much so that we went down to let our friend Aaron Kleiber in because we said, listen, the pressure is on Aaron Kleiber. There has been nothing but a party atmosphere since we walked in here. Can you compete with that hype? What was your answer?
Well, actually, just like to welcome everybody to this Saturday evening. This party
this
atmosphere
is gonna go well.
Here this evening.
No,
wasn't it like a little cackle-a-thon, right?
Yeah, right. Boom. You this is so weird being here.
Yeah.
In these studios. Anytime I usually come in, I come in the mornings.
Yes.
Am I allowed to say? Or we're all family here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm usually Wednesdays with Bubba and Melanie.
Yes.
And
it looks a little different on this side.
Nobody's here.
Nobody's here.
It's like you copied a key.
Yeah.
And we're like, you know what? We're just gonna go on the radio. This is unbelievable.
Aaron, that's what happened.
This is awesome.
That's what we did. We decided to do that, and they don't know. So hopefully people are listening.
We slept in when Larry left.
Yeah.
We snuck in the door, and we said, let's just hang out in the bathrooms. Once everybody was gone, we heard the cleaning guy coming. So I said, Rachel's free to go. Let's go.
Yeah, isn't that the movie Airheads?
Yes,
yeah,
it
where
actually
they
is.
lock themselves in the studio. This is the best. Hey, we're going to make another one with comedians.
Yes, you
how funny should I be? I mean, we got 101 FM. I mean,
yes.
yeah. So
you were so close to reading.
Let's
that.
be nuts.
Yeah.
And YouTube, for God's sakes.
And YouTube.
Yes, and
the YouTube. Yeah.
This is my father-in-law's favorite station, 1020 AM. So I've made it. I tell you what, everybody at Denny's on Monday.
Yes.
Yes. Good to see.
They know.
Yeah. My son-in-law was on there.
I've been on TV, movies, but listen.
Now you're on AM.
1020 AM. They're going to be like, hey, I heard your son. This is exciting. No, I now have all Pittsburgh credits.
Listen, KDKA was the first.
This is the best.
Yeah. Larry Richards on this channel.
Yeah.
Right.
That's our badge
that
of
happened
honor.
yesterday, right?
Yes.
That happened. We brought somebody in yesterday, and they were looking around, and they said, "Is this the station Larry Richards on?" We're like, "Yes, of course it is."
Is this his chair?
'Cause it's
Am
the
I in
best.
his chair right now?
John is in his
this-
chair. Only John gets to sit there.
Is this
But
Larry's
I
Twitch
feel
print?
like I'm in John Shumway's chair. I say that all the
No
time.
doubt about it.
You
Yeah.
know?
And you're in Rich Fitzgerald's chair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Rachel, you do have
Do I look like John Shumway? Is
No,
that
you
what-
got to do. You got to. This is a good perch up here.
Oh my
I like this up here.
Thank you. Is
Yeah.
it perchy? I don't
Yeah.
want to be perchy.
It is.
You know, perchy is not my vibe. But
I actually like the way this studio is set up. It's like
Yeah.
you could have like a cameraed show. You do. Actually.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, hello.
Yeah.
I have the mall camera right in front of me here. So.
Aaron, it's so cool that you have some time on a Saturday night to come and do this because you're involved in the comedy scene. You're involved in just acting. You're involved in creative direction. So what is happening in Aaron Kleiber's life right now? I know we're going to talk about an event, but let's just talk in general about what's happening here.
Right now, I'm happy to be home a little bit more, to be honest. I'm home a little bit more, not going on the road as much because I am trying to experience all of the amazing things with my family now.
Yeah.
how cool is that, right?
And it's and I know it's funny to say this as like since the pandemic, which by the way was 109 years ago, which feels like it's 14 minutes. But
And also Dawn Keyser's favorite time because she made the most money ever in her gala for whenever it was COVID. She literally, we did a throwback to it. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
No, I love Dawn. I love
Isn't she
I
amazing?
love the film office
Yeah.
because it keeps me working.
Yeah.
And we're
Sure.
we're all advocates.
Yeah. But anyway,
But it was completely
COVID.
opposite. We made
Sure.
no money
Yeah.
during.
Sure.
But why was I saying that? Oh my gosh.
Well, I shouldn't have interrupted.
No,
Sorry.
no, it's okay. It's okay. Well, no.
You're with your family.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think what it was is being off the road, and I've told this story around Pittsburgh a bunch, and is being off the road a bunch. You see, I'm not waking up every day with my kids, or putting them to bed every night, or like making dinner with my family. And so that's something I wanted to change a lot.
Sure.
And also money changed in comedy, so very drastically.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
So I am home more. So fast forward to I was home. It was prom weekend.
Yeah.
I was home for prom weekend. I feel like I want to look at John.
Yeah, right. I can see you through the screen. Yeah, we kind of have to look through each other.
Weird.
Yeah, through the computer.
But so fast forward, I have been home more and doing picking and choosing comedy gigs where we know, John's son, my good friend Colin Chamberlain, we know comedy, you got to go anywhere where the money is. Mm-hmm. And I just started to go, not anywhere.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Everyone's life is different.
So I get to experience things like prom weekend. I just made dinner and breakfast for the whole thing.
Okay.
The whole,
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a whole when we were in high school.
It wasn't.
My mom didn't even know I went. She didn't so.
Right.
But no, I get to be home and experience those kind of things. So that's
And how was prom weekend? Do you love it? This is your daughter. Yes?
Yeah, it's my oldest daughter. I stood in the back and just watched, you know what I mean? And then they went places to take photos and I was like, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
But it's more for me as a dad. I don't know. A lot of people are more hands-on, and I think I hurt myself as being the funny comedian that my kids don't want me to be the class clown in their life.
Sure.
So I'm a super boring dad.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the older they get, John, you know what I mean?
Yes.
You don't want to
Thank
be
you
the
for not
corny
saying
dad.
me. Yeah.
Right?
Or maybe because I'm not a dad.
No, John. I know
Yeah.
Jonathan's a
John
corny
is
dad.
a corny dad. Yeah.
But he's
there's
in a
no
good
question.
way.
Yeah.
My kids
In a
don't
good
want
way.
none of it.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, you know what? I'll be cool. I'll let them, because they didn't
Sure.
sign up to get me.
Yeah.
I want to give them a choice. So I let them do their thing, especially my oldest
right.
daughter. I don't want to ruin her, the first prom. Maybe my other kids, I'm like, oh, maybe I'll be nuts at their proms. I don't know. And be goofy. But it's fun just experiencing it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're doing it every day.
You know what's funny? I'd say my daughter, my last child, actually just went to the prom. So I'm I'm sort of on the opposite of you. And it's funny because I haven't even told John this yet, but we went to the pictures, my husband and I, and we drove separately because I was coming here. And I had to climb up onto a rock to take a picture, and the mom who I didn't know was arranging everybody for the picture. And it was over. And she said, okay. And I said, I didn't get the picture. And I channeled my mother-in-law because I was like, this is something she would do. And they all dispersed. And my husband and I made eye contact. And I was like, I'm going in. I said, excuse me, maybe you didn't hear me. I didn't get the picture. And she was like, can you guys redo it? She wasn't on time. I said, I was right here. So then my poor daughter's looking at me and I'm like, I can't let this go. I'm sorry. I cannot let this go. Get back in. We're doing this picture right.
Yeah, you have to.
Come on. It was the matter of 14 seconds. She just wanted to prove a point, Aaron.
I mean,
who would ever want to do that?
Oh man.
It's a lot, right?
Yeah, it is. I feel like too, like that's why I don't I feel self-conscious because if like maybe parents are listening or like
they are.
My kids.
It's okay. I'll
my
take
kids,
it. Yeah.
Friends and like, but like you'd think like everyone thinks that I go about everything in my life like it's a sitcom, and actually it's super boring because, like I said, like I can't do that with the parents and the like.
I'm
they're
on
like,
my way out. That's why.
Do you assistant coach? I'm like, hell no. Right. No, I would fight someone. I would make fun of people to their face. I don't know if I have Tourette's or ADHD. We're still figuring that out. Okay. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm not going to coach nothing.
The funny thing is that
don't be involved.
If I knew what you did, I'd be like dating Adele or what's her name? Taylor Swift. I know there's going to be a song or a joke in your You're the guy in the blue shirt. All right. So Aaron is going to hang out with us. He has a big show coming up here out at the Carnegie.
Yeah, we're excited to hear about this.
But right now it's John and Rachel 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I still remember the first time CertaPro painters did their magic in my kitchen. Professional, beautiful, no worry. Loved everything about it. So there was the next room, and even outside. And know that each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. It's so easy. And take advantage of the spring sales event for 10% off qualifying projects through May 15th. So go with CertaPro Painters.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
If you own a small business, the pressure never lets up. Something's always coming at you. That's why business owners turn to LendSeek for funding.
I don't need promises. I need options. LendSeek's AI platform showed me real funding choices. Now I can cover payroll, handle taxes, and go after growth opportunities without the daily stress.
Up to $5 million with funding in as fast as 24 hours. No upfront costs. No prepayment penalties. Start ready, stay ready. LendSeek.com. LENDSEEK.com.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
While you sleep, there are people you've never met who are working hard to make your morning. People who get up at ungodly hours to make sure you get the information you want. People who dedicate their lives to make yours better while you sleep. These people come together during the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richert, 5:30 to 10 in the morning, to make sure you have the best news, traffic, and weather to start your day. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
CBS News Brief. The winner of the Kentucky Derby is Golden Tempo, making Sherry DeVoe the first woman to train the winner of the opening leg of the Triple Crown. This is jockey Jose Ortiz's first Derby win in 11 tries. The Preakness Stakes takes place May 16th. Spirit Airlines ceased operations today despite efforts by President Trump, according to Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy.
The president was like a dog on a bone, trying to figure out a way to keep Spirit afloat. He was concerned about the employees of Spirit. I was in the Oval many times hearing him talk about the employees and the customers.
High fuel prices due to the U.S.-Israeli war in Iran likely contributed to Spirit's money woes. President Trump says he's reviewing a new Iranian proposal to end the war. And CBS's Olivia Gassis reports.
With gas prices at their highest levels in 4 years, polling shows support for military action in Iran at historic lows.
CBS News Brief, I'm Heather Bosch.
In Pittsburgh, Chase is proud to root for the home team because they're our team too. We cheer from the bleachers and on the sidelines. We cheer for gymnasts and quarterbacks. And with more than 25 local Chase branches and 5,000 nationwide, we are right beside you, Pittsburgh. Neighborhood bankers, digital tools, national strength. Chase, make more of what's yours.
JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Here's the latest from the KDKA Community Message Board.
Pittsburgh's favorite food event is back on May 28th. Join Pittsburgh Magazine's Best Restaurants Party, featuring bites from the city's top restaurants. Don't miss this ultimate tasting event. Get your tickets now at pittsburghmagazine.com/BRParty. It's the weekly program that keeps you current with the latest travel trends and vacation values. Listen to AAA's Talking Travel every Saturday morning at 11 on KDKA Radio. Get to Reed Building Supply in McKees Rocks Friday, May 15th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. for their grand opening and vendor show, hosted by the fans Doran Dickerson and Christian Kuntz. This isn't your typical open house. We're talking 20-plus vendors, live demos, music, food, prizes, and giveaways. Call Reed Building Supply, 412-875-6320.
Details at KDKARadio.com.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of adults, both men and women, suffer from varicose or spider veins. And this is not just a cosmetic problem. If left untreated, varicose veins can lead to severe swelling, cramping, heavy bleeding, the inability to stand or walk, neuropathy, permanent paralysis, and worst case, blood clots, which can be life-threatening. But here's the good news. USA Vein Clinics offer plans that treat and cure the condition, not just cover up the problem. And the procedure is fast and simple. Grab your phone, take down this number, and call 800-452-0119. That's 800-452-0119. When you call, you'll get free information on how you can live your life to the fullest again. Walk, exercise, sleep well. Your varicose vein problems will not go away on their own. Call USA Vein Clinics today for free information on fast and easy solutions covered by most insurance, including Medicare. Call 800-452-0119. That's 800-452-0119. Call 800-452-0119 today.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Cold for May this afternoon. Clouds and sun, a shower in spots. The high only in the upper 40s. Partly cloudy, chilly tonight down to 33. Partly sunny tomorrow, back up to 59. Warmer Monday with an afternoon shower, high 71. For AccuWeather, I'm John Feerick, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Going through a big weekend? Yep. We'll get there to Monday. And when Monday hits, for sure, I'll be back. It's going to be fantastic. With you 2 to 6 on Monday. Join me then. Colin Dunlap right here, KDK.
Jump around. Jump around.
Jump up,
jump up, get down.
You know. Oh, you kids know it.
You silly kids.
You remember that. We used to be on the rowboat singing that.
That is you here.
That's
Yes.
an oldie.
Aaron
Is that an oldie
Kleiber.
now?
It is an oldie.
Is it? Yeah.
It is an oldie. Oh my God! Of course it
That's
is.
me jumping out the window.
You guys
No.
talk. I'll look it up for you.
It is. Oh, I'm gonna
it's
go 90.
91.
All right. Keep
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
We're going.
Maybe.
We're going early 90,
Yeah.
John.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely
really
a 90.
early 90s. Yeah.
91.
Isn't that crazy?
So close.
What?
89.
92.
92,
Oh.
yeah.
92.
Yeah, we
Okay.
got yeah.
There you go.
That's
Thanks
what we
for
said.
filling-
We said
thanks
91.
For filling why I Googled it.
Me too.
It used the Google.
The Google.
I sometimes, I don't know about you, but I remember the old days when we would just sit there and be like, who's that actor?
Yeah.
I'll still go, let's
Same. I do the same thing, Aaron.
figure this out.
Yes, I do
Where
too.
did you see him in? I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I do
why
that
we
as
have to
well.
control what we ask. We have our question of the day on the JAG Facebook page at 112 every Monday through Friday. And we have to make sure it's not Googleable, right? Because
is that even a word?
Yeah, I mean, but
what's not Googleable?
Yeah, just what's your favorite this or that?
Sure.
Do you put mayonnaise on this or that, ketchup on you? Those are the kind of things, because it makes it too easy at this point.
Yeah, good idea. Yeah, until if Google starts telling me what condiments to use, then we've got problems.
Life has gotten really
it's got to be
bad.
AI becomes. Although my ChatGPT says, "Have a good day and have an icy light." That's how friendly we are right now.
John tells it.
It tells you to have an icy light?
Yeah,
yes.
Because he has a completely Pittsburgh
It knows my profile, and I'm nice to it just in case.
I think your AI bot's trying to get you drunk. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, great. Another person who likes John.
Would you like another icy light, John? That's another old reference.
It doesn't know me to know enough to offer me a Jameson, that's for sure. But
yeah.
Aaron Kleiber, you're here, and you have so many things going on, but you do have a big show coming up here. It's the Carnegie of Homestead. Is that the Carnegie? What's the official name of that?
I love that place.
There are names, all kinds of names for it. It's the Carnegie Library of Homestead.
Okay. Yes.
The Library Music Hall, the Carnegie Library Music Hall of Homestead, actually in Munn Hall.
Yeah.
Well, that's because it was built in Homestead, and I believe in like 1898. But then Munn Hall was founded in 1901 and was like, it's our land. So that's basically what happened.
Okay.
But yeah, the Carnegie Library of Homestead, if you've been there, I mean, Dresky Entertainment puts amazing concerts there, comedians. I mean, I have some of the best memories of the Carnegie Library of Homestead Music Hall. I've opened for amazing people. I opened for Sinbad there.
Oh, wow.
I've opened for... I'm trying to even remember. There's so many.
Well, you recorded your own.
I know. I'm trying to.
Yeah.
But yeah, my Amazon special, you can now watch that for free on YouTube. I have 2 more comedy specials on YouTube now. DIY or Die Trying.
Okay.
And it's about me flipping houses and blowing out my Achilles during the pandemic. Yes. Sorry. But no, I filmed that first one at the Carnegie Library of Homestead. And every spring, this is the 5th year, every spring, I have a comedy at the Carnegie benefit that I put on for the nonprofit Friends of the Carnegie. Friends of the Carnegie is retired teachers and business owners from Steel Valley. It's literally 30 women. Most of them are my ex-teachers.
Right.
And they got me to do a fundraiser of comedy show. And so over the last 5 years, that has grown. And last year, we had next contestant games from Hollywood. A friend of mine who I've just come up with knowing, he's an actor, been in Nickelodeon, MTV shows. He was in like the American Pie movies. But now he tours internationally and takes game shows on the road. And it's all your favorite game shows. Obviously, it's Schmamly Schmood. You know what I mean?
Right.
Sure.
It's the oldie version of Serial.
Absolutely.
Right. It's Clancy.
It's members own. It's Members Mark. It's Members Mark game shows. But no, next contestant games, Kevin from Hollywood, he brings all of your favorite game shows and puts them on huge screens.
I love that.
Has buzzers. You can play from your phone in the audience. So we brought him last year. And it was so nuts. People were dancing. If you see me promote it, you can see the photos.
Sure.
All over social media on Library Music Hall. You'll see that. That's from last year.
Yeah.
And it's like people of all ages dancing through the aisles. There's like lights. There's karaoke contests. There's like name that tune with like, the headphones, and like people are singing out loud with no music. It's the amount of people that are like, I don't want to not encourage people to do it, but that are like kind of feel like they're embarrassed, but it's not. It's so funny. Like everyone's laughing together. So it is round after round, and this year we have 2 halves of these game shows.
Wow.
And we give away prizes for every winner. So it's all these local baskets, these local gift cards. So, and it all benefits the Carnegie Library of Homestead.
I love that.
Because, let's go back to that. You addressed this shortly. The people that work there are volunteers. Like when you go there, someone's seating you, someone's,
Yes.
It's a neighborhood thing.
If you have never been there, the Carnegie Library of Homestead, they have a staff. They have an athletic club, a full gym, a monthly membership gym. They have a Olympic-sized swimming pool built there. They used to have parties. Andrew Carnegie used to have parties in the swimming pool.
That's why it's called that.
Yeah, right. And then the music hall. And so they have a staff to run that kind of stuff. But the music hall, you're right. The ushers, people are like seating you, giving you programs.
Yeah.
They are volunteers.
Yeah.
And just like the people that I work with, the Friends of the Carnegie, those are part of those ushers, part of those people that run the shows, that like run the raffles. They're going to be there having like a 50-50. They have a huge, I'm just saying, a huge old lady cookie table. I'm telling you.
Not just a cookie table.
Yeah.
Church lady cookie table. Let me say that.
Yeah, there you go.
But they do a huge bake sale where it's like
that.
you can
That's
make
so
your own
organic.
like to-go cookie plates.
Sure.
But also this year we have like a fancy VIP mixer. So you can come early and come to a VIP mixer, and I'm adding magician Lee Turbosic this year.
Oh, nice.
And he's going to be
Nice.
doing close-up magic as part of the mixer. Yeah.
And when is it? I don't remember.
Next Saturday, May 9th.
May 9th.
Saturday, May 9th.
That's
it's
right.
like a
I
Mother's
did
Day
know.
thing.
Yeah. Such a
And you
good
can still do
idea.
Mother's Day.
And the money's raised to improve the theater, new seats, right? That kind of stuff.
Actually, now, yes and no.
Okay.
There's I forget, like, we can talk a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, we don't have to go to a break. I'm going to talk real fast.
No.
No. So actually, like, they have gotten some grant money for the buildings and this stuff like that.
Okay.
And so they also get, they get some money in giving to pay like salaries and things.
Oh, wow.
But still, the Friends of the Carnegie, over the last 5 years that I've worked with them, we've raised over $10,000 every year. And the money that we raise for this, it goes towards like programming. It goes towards
that's
books,
awesome. Okay.
chairs, iPads, computer monitors. Like, they have these new meeting rooms that they refurbished, and they gave the money that we raised last year to get some furniture for like some of these rooms. So it is part of the programming. It's part of the physical furniture and the educational initiatives at the library. It's awesome.
Well, because
I love
people
it.
don't, from a school board perspective, people do not realize how, to your point, how many things are needed for
So
updates.
many.
For updates. And
Who's
budget
buying
does
Kleenexes?
not, I mean, it's not a school, but still, right.
Yeah,
but it's
right,
true. It's,
right.
Yeah, budgets do not always cover
Yes.
all of that kind of stuff. And that's so important.
So yeah, and I think
I
it's
love
really
that.
cool too that it is a nonprofit. The Friends of the Carnegie are like a group outside, and so they're able to give that money to where it needs to go. And yeah, because some people say like, oh, we just putting marble floors in. No, you're literally might be buying iPads for a after school program.
This is not some bougie. Yeah.
It's neat. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And 5 years you've been doing this?
Yeah, this is the 5th year. And it's my
So
hometown.
it's tradition.
It's Still Valley. I'm from Still Valley.
Right.
I work with Still Valley. I do creative in Still Valley with Still Valley Accelerator. And, having that there is an amazing blessing in our neighborhood. The fact that we have, hey, there's gyms everywhere, but gyms could close. This one's been here over 100 years.
Yes.
We have a full basketball court, and not that I work for the library, but I mean, I want to promote it. It's a really cool thing.
Absolutely.
And it is one of the only 2 nonprofit Carnegie libraries in Allegheny County. The other one is in Braddock. So if you ever want to give to libraries, Homestead and Braddock libraries, they need help. They don't get all that funding. Yeah.
Who knew?
I know,
Look
right?
at that. Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
We have questions to ask, and we need to know how to get tickets and how much they are and all that good stuff. So we're going to take a little break and come back with Aaron Kleiber. It's John and Rachel, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
It's the little things. The information you need. People you know. The little things that make a big difference. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
This is attorney Ed Shenderovich, and just like you, I love dogs. All breeds of dogs. Unfortunately, sometimes dogs attack people, causing serious injuries. At Shenderovich, and Fishman, we've represented many, many victims of dog attacks. And, as in all our cases that we handle, our fee is only 25%, not 40% like other firms. If you've been injured by a dog, call us at 888-98-TWINS. At Shenderovich, and Fishman, we've got your back, not your wallet.
The U.S. Treasury quietly released its official financial report for 2025.
It appears by its own numbers, the U.S. government seems insolvent. It's reported that the Treasury shows about $6 trillion in assets and over $47 trillion in liabilities. Add it all up, and it looks like the U.S. owes more than $130 trillion it doesn't have. If that were a family, they'd earn $52,000 a year, spend $73,000, and already be more than $1 million underwater. Any accountant would call that insolvent. So how does the government fix this? It can print money, which erodes your purchasing power, it can raise taxes, or it can cut benefits. And none of those can help to protect you. That's why many people who have something to lose move part of their savings into physical gold and silver, assets that can't be printed, defaulted on, or voted away. Call Monetary Gold at 877-NOW-GOLD for their complimentary gold and silver guide and a no-pressure conversation. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Call Monetary Gold now at 877-NOW-GOLD. Do it before the next headline, not after. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids. Rolaids' dual-active formula has calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. Yeah, you heard right. 2 actives for that powerful relief. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolade spells powerful relief. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
It is Rachel and John, comedian Aaron Kleiber here. Aaron, it's been forever since you've never been on the radio with us, that's for sure, but it's been forever since you're always on the Bubba Show every Wednesday. And people can still find your podcast, right? Your podcast episodes?
I have not, my podcast is running 290 episodes right now. I haven't done one in a while, but people, you guys experience this, right? When you have a podcast and I guarantee you have episodes from like 5 years ago, and you're like, why are 1,000 people still listening to this?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So one of the best things that I will say, I don't know, you just unlock a thing in my brain because that's what happens. Like one of the things I'm happy about my podcast is it's kind of evergreen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
Like it's just like it's grown dad business. You can watch and listen on YouTube or listen to wherever, the Odyssey app, wherever. But and then also just wherever I'm performing live. And now I'm more than ever. I'm just popping up local a lot.
And you're at the Pittsburgh Improv a lot.
Yeah, I mean, if I can go down to the Pittsburgh Improv, I live like a few miles away. It's in. By the way, the Improv is in Steel Valley as well.
Yeah.
Like one of the best comedy clubs on the planet is in where I grew up and went to high school. Like it's amazing.
I mean, just live there. Everybody should just live there.
We have a
Except
movie.
I love the north side.
Chill. We don't want a 2-pack.
Yeah, that's true. Well, but the thing is when you think of everything that's down there at that the waterfront, The Improv is one of the anchors that's been there the entire time because we think of Macy's no longer
the OGs,
there.
Yeah,
2001. The Improv has been there. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
I know.
And you think of what's the beer place that was across the street.
So this is the 25th year anniversary for them.
It might be, actually.
How about that? We just revealed
did
that
math.
right now.
I know. I
just revealed that.
So anyway, I'll be back. Well, I'll tell you about the party the Improvs might have. I don't know. I might be hosting it. Who knows?
I don't know. Yeah.
Aaron,
stay tuned.
We'd love for you to give information again about the show that comes up. But, as you heard from our previous guest while you were hanging in the corner.
The green room? Are we pretending that the green room is the
fake green
corner
room?
is a green room? Yeah.
That's not soundproof whatsoever, is that we have some questions we have to ask you.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't get to pass go until you answer our questions.
All right.
Okay.
Do you have a neighborhood, which I have a feeling will be about Steel Valley?
Yeah, and every time I feel like I get asked this, not every time, like it's all the time, but I almost don't want to give it away.
Oh, okay.
Do you ever feel that way?
Yeah.
About
like
a
such
good
a gem?
spot?
Sure.
Okay. Because that's what I'm telling you, right?
Sure.
I'm telling you. Okay. I hope people are listening, and I want to give a shout out because people know the most consistent Chinese food.
Oh.
and I'm speaking of anniversaries, I'm talking 25 plus years.
Okay.
Dragon Chinese on Main Street in Munhall, Still Valley.
Really?
Let me listen.
Did we go
right
there
now,
one time after a hockey game on New Year's Day?
It's very possible.
Yeah.
That's no, we went to a buffet. I know not, but I know that was on. We went to the 51. I think.
Okay.
But I don't even want to. I don't even want to give it. I only gave it away to. I think I told Anna Eats Pittsburgh to get their crab rangoon.
Oh, she loves that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Their egg rolls, homemade.
Okay.
Wonton soup, homemade. Okay. Roast pork fried rice, unbelievable. The General Tso's chicken I have been getting since the day they opened. And I remember when I was in high school and I was in one of the plays or musicals or whatever, okay? And we would want to go up after school and grab a Little Caesars, and they closed and Dragon Chinese opened. And we thought, you know what?
We're going to try
Let's
this.
go and grab this.
And that was it.
And let me tell you, the General Tso's chicken there has been the best.
That is my family's favorite.
25 plus years.
Yeah.
My family loves it.
I want to give them a shout out. I feel like, and it's one of those things, maybe, when you see like all the foodie people on like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, where they go and visit a restaurant and they're like, come back like a month later.
Yeah.
And they're like, you changed our life.
Yes, that's
Listen, they're already busy enough, okay?
Yeah.
Don't change their life.
Yeah, gotcha.
But I want people to try it out.
Okay.
I do, and I will warn you, they are closed on Tuesdays. I've been bamboozled many times.
John, just like
no matter how long.
the cafe.
Right.
I'm always craving Dragon Chinese
on a Tuesday.
Yes.
Don't do it.
That's my nuh-uh. I have
Okay.
to.
All right. That's a good
I
nuh-uh.
love them.
I like it.
Family business.
John, you're going to want to go.
Yeah, I am going to want to go. Yeah.
What about a place, and I know this is hard for people like you, but what about a place in Pittsburgh where you say, it's my procrastination destination. I've wanted to get there, but I've not been.
I know what it is. And if I say it.
No one's going to get mad.
Yep. My wife's going to throw her hands up in the air.
Okay.
It is, John, I can't, you're going to. John's going to be very serious, but I have an excuse. I have a valid excuse.
Okay.
The PPG rink.
Oh.
Oh,
I have
yeah,
never,
downtown. The ice skating rink.
I've never been in the rink downtown.
Yeah.
I've never been on it.
Wow,
I've never
that's
hung out
interesting.
around it.
That's a good answer. We've never heard that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And it's
especially
funny
with your ability to skate.
Yeah, I actually played hockey for like most of my life.
Yeah.
But I will say I do have an excuse in that, like, I did tear my Achilles like 3 years ago. But I also just kept putting it off where my wife and like, let's take the kids. And John, as a hockey player,
John,
come on. As a hockey player putting skates on without any equipment, I'm just like, what's the point? Why are we going skating for fun in a circle?
Well,
maybe I'm a bad dad.
Yes.
Everyone right now is like, it's the best to go there during the holidays, Aaron. And I'm just like, we're skating in a box. Let's go get some sticks.
Over and over and over.
Right.
Sure,
Can I put on
that
pads,
is
please?
fair.
Yeah.
John, you would say that. You would say that.
There's no
Maybe
question.
that's why
I had to do some rehab ice skating. Not that I'm some professional skater, but I
Right.
did have to do some and it was the most boring thing ever.
I mean,
Yes.
I mean, actually, if we get some mini nets and let's play like 4 goalies, like it'd be crazy.
The only way it becomes fun is if you challenge yourself to pass the 8-year-old in front of you 6 times.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, last but certainly not least, what would be a reason for us to take away your Yinzer card? Yeah, it's a tough one.
I can't even say it sometimes. I think I might have said this before on the radio.
Yeah.
I only watch, I don't watch Steeler games.
Is that right?
I don't.
Are you not a football person? Are you a hockey person?
I am. I will watch hockey.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I will, right now, I will definitely watch NBA playoffs for
same.
sure. Maybe some regular season. Football is too slow for me.
Oh, okay.
I have ADHD like 3 rabid dogs, okay?
Maybe that's my
It
problem.
is too slow. And also, I just don't like having uncomfortable conversations with football about football.
Yeah.
So wait, so then double
So it's
down
like
on
all
that.
of it. And
When-
also, I gave up football like 6-7 years ago. It was
when it's on,
because they had a bunch of reasons to give up football.
When it's on, not
Oh
only-
man, everyone's like, my father was like, "Don't you dare!" Which I know.
When it's on, not only do you not watch it, do you use that as an opportunity to go to the mall or go grocery shopping because you know it's
Hell
dead?
yeah!
Same.
Oh,
Same.
cutting the
That's
grass,
doubling down, yeah.
cutting the
Okay.
grass.
Oh.
No, and I have put on the game, cutting the grass.
Sure.
I'll check in. You pop on.
Yeah,
whatever.
you need to be in the know.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I really like watching the recaps, like the 10-minute recaps the night of, or the night the like
Cliff Notes are fine.
Maybe I'm Gen Alpha. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Because everybody's watching that red zone.
Hey, I'm a baby boy on my iPad in the morning, just watching the clips.
Aaron, it is so much fun to catch up with you. I cannot believe how quickly an hour went by. But tell everybody, you have this show coming up on May 9th. It is the perfect Mother's Day gift. You're going to go. You're going to have a good time. You're going to laugh. You're going to see some magic. How much are tickets and where can they get them?
A game show night at the Carnegie. You can get tickets at librarymusichall.com. There is a VIP $50 ticket that gets you in early at our mixer with special local food. Also, close-up magic from Lee Turbosic. And then general admission is $25. All that benefits the Carnegie Library of Homestead. And by the way, what's cool is we definitely know it benefits the library 100% because this event is being sponsored and by the Main Streets Allegheny program by the Allegheny County Economic Development Office.
Oh, that's great.
So we got a little help from that. So it's amazing. So it really will benefit. So librarymusichall.com.
That makes me so happy.
You can get a VIP ticket. I mean, come get some
Take
food.
a nap before you go because this is the kind of energy you're going to get.
Aaron, where can everybody follow you?
No one's going to spell my name at Aaron Kleiber.
Aaron.
Aaron. I used to say Aaron Pittsburgh until we had a quarterback who ruined the famous Aaron from Pittsburgh. I used to be the most famous Aaron in Pittsburgh.
Whatever. You still
until
are.
our quarterback,
Still are in our book.
We need him to not sign, so I'm the famous Aaron again.
And there you go. It is John and Rachel, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell. Licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
KDKA and KDKA-FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Heather Bosch. President Trump confirmed on Air Force One today that he is reviewing a new Iranian proposal to end the war.
Doing very well with regard to Iran. Again, they want to make a deal. They're decimated. They're having a hard time figuring out who their leader is. They don't know who their leader is because their leader is gone.
The U.S. is warning shipping companies they could face potential sanctions if they pay Iran to let them pass through the Strait of Hormuz, a critical passageway for gas and oil tankers. The U.S.-Israeli war against Iran is entering its 10th week. There's a winner in the Kentucky Derby, as heard on NBC Sports.
Golden Tempo, and Serena Moe make history in the Kentucky Derby over Renegade in a final time of 2:02.27 seconds.
Sherry DeVoe is the first woman to train the winner of the opening leg of the Triple Crown. Bankrupt budget carrier Spirit Airlines shut down today. CBS's Allie Bauman reports.
Flyers are frustrated by the sudden impact.
Yeah, we had to book new flights with a different airline. It's just been us here with 3 kids.
Loyal customers say they're worried with Spirit gone about what air travel options remain for those on a budget.
I feel like Spirit is just affordable.
Spirit told its customers it will automatically refund any tickets purchased through the airline with a credit or debit card.
Analysts say high fuel prices due to the Iran war likely contributed to Spirit's failure, and they're prompting drivers to make changes. More from CBS's Allie Bauman.
Betsy Thomas says she's cutting back.
Cutting down our commutes, maybe going out a little bit less. I'm nervous about how the price of gas is going to affect things like groceries.
Others are ditching the pump for the plug.
EVs are selling themselves.
That switch can lead to more than $2,000 in savings a year for a fully electric vehicle and $1,500 for a hybrid. That's according to the U.S. Energy Department.
Look up for another show in the skies. CBS's Allison Keyes explains.
The Eta Aquarid meteor shower is underway, carrying debris from Halley's Comet. But a bright moon will make it tough to see this year. It's set to peak on Tuesday night into Wednesday. It is best seen from the southern hemisphere, and it is spectacular. Those living north of the equator can still see it, where sky fans will be able to glimpse from 10 to 30 meteors per hour.
If you want to watch, find the darkest possible location just before dawn. Make sure to let your eyes adjust to the dark first. This is CBS News.
It's one of the most successful law and justice programs in television history that continues to uncover the truth. 48 Hours, Saturday on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
It's prom season, and rising prices have affected stores that sell prom dresses. Jay Willett reports.
For more than 5 decades, the Ultimate on Route 1 in Peabody has been dressing North Shore women for their biggest moments. This spring, that tradition continues with prom season still underway and a wave of last-minute shoppers coming through the doors.
Why do you think that is?
I think the economy may have part to do with that. I think sometimes girls get invited late, or they're kind of on the fence about whether or not they want to go.
Store manager Terry says tariffs on imported merchandise are being felt on the sales floor.
Definitely increase in prices due to tariffs, things like that. But we always get a big selection of dresses. We start getting our dresses, actually, believe it or not, in September, October. By then it does start to taper off because most people have shopped early.
Jay Willett for CBS News, Boston.
The Devil Wears Prada 2 is on course to earn up to $80 million on its opening weekend, according to The Hollywood Reporter. It is number 1 at the box office right now. I'm Heather Bosch, CBS News.
Attention, Pittsburgh area residents. If you have Medicaid and need help with activities of basic living, Freedom Care can make it easy. With Freedom Care, the person who cares for you can be someone you love, your family, your friend, or a trusted neighbor. They can assist you with meals, bathing, eating, mobility, and more. And Medicaid pays them for your care. You stay in the home you love, surrounded by the people you choose, and it's 100% free to you. Don't wait. Call Freedom Care now. Call 412-674-5196. With Freedom Care, you get the care you need, and your loved one gets paid instantly after every shift. Feel better, heal better, and live better at home with Freedom Care. Call 412-674-5196 or visit freedomcare.com today. That's 412-674-5196. Again, 412-674-5196. 412-674-5196.
Thanks to the good
Store.
Are your bad feet making you grumpy all day like Dan was?
I was born with a sunny disposition, but I had so much knee pain and foot pain. I wasn't that way anymore. I didn't know what to do. But then I'm driving down the street one day and my knee's hurting, and I see a Good Feet store. I thought, what do I have to lose?
Good Feet arch supports aren't just a cushion or a flimsy shoe insert. We have a system of arch supports designed to create better alignment for all 4 of your foot's arches. And the only place to get the Good Feet system is at the Good Feet store.
Once I got my arch supports from Good Feet, I just went back to being my happy self again. My wife noticed it, my friends noticed it, even my dog noticed it. I just wish that I'd found Good Feet 20 or 30 years ago. I've got my Sunny back.
Visit us in Cranberry Township, in Robinson Town Center, in the waterfront, in Morgantown at Suncrest Town Center, and at goodfeet.com.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Cold this afternoon with clouds and some sun, a shower around, the high only in the upper 40s, partly cloudy tonight down to 33, partly sunny tomorrow, high 59, breezy and warmer Monday and afternoon shower, high 71. For AccuWeather, I'm John Fierk, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Aren't you all about that one?
I mean, is that Marky Mark?
Yeah.
Come on. Feel it. Feel the vibration.
I literally don't know what to do right now because we had so much energy.
I know. I hope we can bring
walking
it
through
as
here.
well.
It's almost like we should have eaten some caffeine cookies or something here, but
or something.
Yeah, because
tell the secret though. What did we find in the freezer? What was my stash?
Yeah, so we both came in here hungry because you were doing prom pictures, and I was just home getting things done, kind of waiting to see if we were going to meet up or we just going to meet here. And I didn't eat, and you didn't eat.
Right.
And we found out it's Anna's last day.
Yes.
And we're like, shoot, we didn't bring any kind of cake, cookies, nothing.
We were failures.
And you're like, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the secret kitchen over in the back corner.
Sure.
And you found 2 awesome desserts.
Yeah, from Sugarbird.
Yes.
They're so good. You know, we had them on the podcast about 3 weeks ago.
Right before the draft.
Right before the draft. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, they brought so much food. If you've not been there, I have to say it is so good.
Yeah.
And it is so, like, such comfort food. It was chicken and fries, donuts, ice cream.
Yeah.
Not my jam.
The basket you get is chicken fingers, fries, macaroni and cheese, and a donut.
Yeah. Crazy.
And I think they said it's like $12.
Yeah. Oh, very affordable.
And it's right over there on the north side, right next to PNC Park, and there's a big screen. Unfortunately, they were planning to have Penguin playoff games over there, but they're not having that anymore.
But
anyways,
you know,
it's a
I
great
said this
place.
to you. It was one of my favorite things when we were driving in the draft. I guess it was Saturday. Maybe it was, I forget where we were going, or maybe coming home from here.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing that to the left, you literally saw PNC Park wide open. The screen said, "Welcome to Pittsburgh."
Yeah.
You know, the Wyndham had all the, not to go back to the draft stuff, I don't mean to do it, but the Wyndham had that whole.
It was a graphic.
It was a graphic.
canvas.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could see what was happening at Sugarbird. Like, there's a concert, there's this, there's that. Pittsburgh was never so full of life. It was so cool. But anyway, thanks to Herky Pollock because
we planned, it looks like we planned Anna's going away present.
For real.
Yeah.
He saved us. But we ran into that freezer and we were like, yum. So
But
we
desserts
went off camera to eat them.
Right. Desserts are part of our thing. And as a matter of fact, celebrating the most Yinzer dessert ever is going to be May 16th.
Well done, my friend.
5th annual You Jag Off Strawberry Jello Pretzel Salad Standoff.
Bigger than ever this year.
Yeah.
You know, what I love seeing, it's a mixture. So the people who are used to it, because it is in year 5, they're like, guys, did I see? Is it back? And is it this? Is it that? Asking, like, who's coming back? What's going on? There are, I believe, 6 purveyors who have done it every year.
Okay.
Cookie ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Kemi's Kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Jenny Lee.
Has Jenny Lee done it every year?
I'm pretty
They
sure.
didn't do it the first year.
They didn't
at the
do it
Robs,
the first year?
I don't think. But the cool thing is at each purveyor, there are 15 this year, right?
Yeah.
And
14.
Each one of them is connected with a nonprofit organization. And so what happens is at the block at Northway between 12 and noon on May 16th, you will show up. You buy a ticket for $10. You
12
show
and
up.
2, because 12 and noon is the same thing. You don't come for a second. You said between 12 and noon.
Oh, did I? Oh, okay, yes. All right, yeah. Between 12 and 2.
Come for 1 second.
Yes, you come for, and yes, you come and you try 14 different types, whatever versions of strawberry jello pretzel salad there might be. We hear there's going to be a cocktail version, an alcohol-free cocktail version. There's the traditional version, and I got it. And Nothing Bun Cakes always brings something in as far as a cake. Anyways, and the judges will be judging each one of them. Whatever one wins, the nonprofit gets $1,000 from My Preferred Insurance.
$1,500.
$1,500 now, yeah. From My Preferred Insurance, Mancini's Bakery.
And another that we will disclose.
There you go. Nice. All right.
But then the other.
Then the other is there is a People's Choice vote. And once you're done tasting, you submit your vote for one of the purveyors, and that one purveyor that gets the most People's Choice votes gets to go on Pittsburgh Today Live with David and Heather and make their concoction with them on that Monday.
You know, it's interesting because Cousin Lisa called me and we ended up at the I Made It Market this afternoon. I don't know if I ended up telling you that. We stopped by there. And it was so great because it is at the block Northway, which is exactly, the same location for Strawberry Jello. And I love seeing that those parking lots are completely full, especially when I Made It Market is there, because they pack them. People come in, they're getting ready for spring. It's just a reason to kind of celebrate local makers. And of course, so many of our favorite purveyors. And you look up and on the internal billboard is the David and Heather graphic, so you see David and Heather with the strawberry jello pretzel salad. And I was talking to Carrie Nardini, who, the person behind I Made It Market. And I said, I just saw they changed it out and David and Heather on there. And she said, and you cannot believe how many people have said, oh, I'm coming to that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
so
awesome.
it's really interesting to see that that's certainly been helpful.
The good news is that, I hope that everybody realizes they will not be there.
They will not be there. Yeah.
Right.
No, but you get to go on the show if you win, which is, to me, it's just, kudos to them. They're just so authentically Pittsburgh, and so willing. As soon as we brought the idea to them, it was like, how do we make this work?
And the other cool part is, not that we're totally pitching, but this is the deal. Find out if your nonprofit is going to be there. You should buy a ticket because then you can make sure you vote for them.
Right.
And the other thing is that if you get one of our strawberry jello pretzel salad standoff t-shirts, which are pretty awesome, by the way, you get an extra vote if you wear the t-shirt that day. So, I mean, it's a big deal.
I just said that to Cousin Lisa, I need to get on that because I don't think people realize it's the coolest t-shirt ever. I've worn it twice.
Yes.
And it gives you an extra vote. So why wouldn't you do it?
Yeah. So
it really is a great event. And, full disclosure is you're listening to Aaron talk about how that is so important to the community and that his event is giving back to the community and really going toward the betterment of updates for the place so that it continues to serve the community. This is something that's important for nonprofits.
Yeah.
And it's important to create awareness also for these small businesses and these purveyors.
Yeah. And the nonprofits, think of it, even if they don't win, when's the last time they were able to pitch themselves to 500 people? Right? And so that's what we love about it.
Exactly.
It's spreading the good word.
More to talk about. It's just us, though, so don't expect a big crowd, but we'll make a party out of it. It's John and Rachel, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Your source for everything that's news. Hear it on News Radio KDKA.
Join Rob Pratt every Sunday at 11 a.m. for Black and Gold Sunday, presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer. Rob keeps you posted on Pittsburgh sports with 2 hours of exciting talk. That's Black and Gold Sunday, 11 to 1, presented each week by Coons Market.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Rachel and John jagging around. By the way, want to remind you that while we'll be leaving here at 9 o'clock, you can still, if you're saying, hey, I haven't had enough of those guys, you could go get the podcast and over on YouTube or on the podcast feed that we did last night. And it was quite good, actually. We missed you, Rachel.
Well, thank you. I was stuck in traffic.
Yes, literally stuck in traffic. And, so you can go be entertained over there. We played a little game with the Caring of... the
Place?
Caring Place.
The Caring
I
Place.
always wanted to say the Caring Foundation. Yeah,
no worries.
The Caring Place. And... had some good snacks from Bake True North, which, by the way, left you a little surprise.
Can we talk about this, though?
I was going to say, can you wait?
They did leave me a surprise. I was a little bit mad.
Yeah.
Could you tell I was mad at you guys?
Mad at us?
Yeah. I mean, I get it that, like, you snooze, you lose, right? I wasn't here, but I got, like, the leftovers of that box.
They gave you a special
I know, but
bag,
I mean...
a T-shirt, a special cupcake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, you told me.
No, I'm telling you.
But Bake True North is my favorite, and they chose to have Bake True North on the day that I wasn't going to be here.
Right.
I don't get it.
Well, we didn't
I don't
know.
get it.
We didn't know that you weren't going to be here back then, if you remember.
Okay.
And we also were planning that you were going to make it coming in hot on time, but traffic decided to.
Did this get turned on me?
Yeah. No, I'm just letting you know that we didn't plan on deleting you from it.
All right, thank you.
So there's nothing. There's no anti-Rachel campaign going on there. That is for sure. All right.
Anyway.
Okay.
So it was a great podcast. You guys had fun.
You can go listen to it. Yeah.
Glad to
But
hear
why
it.
do you like Bake True North so much? We have to give them a shout out because they gave you a gift for a special day.
Yeah. They're wonderful. I did not realize they were there for 10 years. If you do not know it, it is on Route 19. We love to amplify small businesses, and this one in particular, gluten-free, dairy-free, any of the allergies. They have soy-based things, you name it, vegan. I love it because I have struggled with what things I can eat, and I've removed gluten from my diet for the last couple of years, and their stuff is so good. Because, sometimes, let's face it, some of the gluten-free things, it's just not good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I've told you this. When you crave like a sandwich, like just turkey or ham or something on a bun, and you're like, but I need gluten-free bread. Oh, no, thank you.
What I enjoy is that when you're having a holiday or you're having something and I need to go pick something up for you.
Oh, you know where to go.
Oh, well, I know that I'll go get their cinnamon rolls.
Oh, you love them. Yeah.
Because, I know while you are gluten-free, you still eat relatively healthy. I don't.
Yeah.
And so when I'm there and I
don't
get
know
some
about that.
cinnamon rolls,
Yeah.
like I'm downing them, I'm dipping my finger into the icing as I'm driving somewhere after I've picked everything up.
Well, and I pretended yesterday as I came in hot from my excursion that I didn't eat anything all day, so I was like, oh, it's gluten-free, it's healthy. So I seriously had like 4 cookies because they were so good. But it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So I was talking about the I Made It Market and how last segment and how I went there with cousin Lisa and how it relates to the strawberry jello pretzel salad, and that's where we're conducting it. But I feel like we've worked with Carrie and the crew at I Made It Market, and she has various makers who she alerts of different pop-ups and different events and things like that, and whoever's available, they apply essentially to be a part of it. And so you're not always going to see the same vendors often. Well, we went downstairs because we were actually looking for Yin's lids, and they ended up not there. They weren't there today. So Lisa and I went downstairs, and we saw our friend Jurgen, who was on the show last night. I bought a Yin's t-shirt from him.
Okay.
Yeah. And cousin Lisa said, I don't want that because it's mustard and I'm not a fan of like mustard colored shirts.
Oh, okay.
So she got a green one instead.
Okay.
So as we were walking toward him though, this jewelry caught my eye, and it's a woman. I find this fascinating. I need to look at what the name of it is, but this woman has a kiosk, and I see like bookmarkers with flowers, and I was like, oh, how cute. There were post earrings, necklaces, bracelets, bookmarkers, like you name it. They are real flowers pressed, and she makes.
Oh, wow.
So I bought one. I'll have to put it on social media, but it's for my mother and on behalf of my mother, but it's a daisy that is smashed.
Oh, get out.
Is that not such
That's
cool
pretty
art?
wild. Yeah.
I just thought that was so different. I need to find her name so I can shout her
I think
out.
that we just saw, and again, we're not talking about the draft, but we saw the I Made It Market sample that was at Nova Place.
Yeah.
And finally had a chance to look around.
Yeah, a
because
little more.
sometimes we're
Sure. Yeah.
And fascinating.
Fascinating.
The stuff that people
The
come up
purse
with.
that you were going to buy for Valentina?
Yeah. And I guess it's good you could mention it because I don't think she's listening.
Yeah.
She's not in the
I knew she
demographic
wasn't.
yet. Yeah. And the person that made earrings there out of like solo cups and, little mini solo cups. To me, the creativity is unbelievable. Even when you go back to your cousin's thing of making stuff out of broken hockey sticks.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really fascinating that how many things you can get if you think ahead to get to an I Made It market and follow these people. Because, and again, Jurgen with the Yin's Mart, online, it's incredible, actually. Yeah. I love it.
Well, and it makes me also, I wanted to bring this up last night and we didn't, but I have to say it for tonight because you look at what people consider art now. I remember when we first started the podcast, so often people would have people on who were artists. And to me, art was always something you drew, something you painted, something you sculpted. Perhaps there was clay involved. And the more we learned from Lisa Cunningham of the Greater Pittsburgh Art Council and Patrick Fisher from the Greater Pittsburgh Art Council to really learn how many things are true art, I admire and appreciate art more now than I ever did.
I would agree with you. And what's interesting is that I forget who sponsors it. Is it Lisa's place that does art all night once a year? And they find a place that's like an old warehouse.
That's a really good
anything is art. And I remember going there at one point, and it's a blast because they usually have bands all around. There's food. There are food trucks. And, you could walk in there and put a piece of tape on the wall. I always joke and say, okay, that's my art. Put my name on it. Let's see who somebody wants to buy it or take a picture of it. And to me, again, I take that as an extreme, as a joke.
Sure.
But the fact is, everything that's considered art is there. And it's fascinating.
It is. And I don't know if it comes with age or if art is being explained better. Wouldn't you think that? Because I feel like I'm a Gen X. I talk about that all the time. To me, art was literally, I hated art class, as a class, right? Because you were learning those things, how to draw, how to color, I'm really simplifying it clearly, but how to draw, how to paint. I would cringe when I knew we had to make things because that's not my, and I remember saying, I'm not an artist. And it's like, yes, everybody has some art concept. I mean, my art is writing, but I didn't know that was an art.
Yeah.
So it's just so interesting now because I was also thinking about how we went to Abby Friesen Sheehan.
Oh, yeah, Sheehan.
And at the Zinca Gallery in Sharpsburg.
Man, you're good.
Wow.
You got all three.
Got them all.
The trifecta.
And I was completely blown away. But I don't know why. I mean, I know why. It was fantastic. But I don't know why I'm saying that because right down the street from there is the Ketchup Creative. It was fascinating.
Yeah.
So here are these new art galleries or more current, not necessarily new, current art galleries who feature local artists with such unique things. And I didn't experience them or appreciate them when I was younger. And now I look at them and I go, wow. I mean, example, Abby was talking about, she takes old newspaper articles and creates them into a story on some kind of an Afghan. That's amazing. It's like silk screening.
Well, yeah.
It's a little bit of everything. And painting.
Fascinating from her discussion was that she might find this piece of material like netting or something like that, and she'll keep that.
Right.
And she might have it for years.
Yeah.
And then decide, this one piece of art is where this going to get this, and I'm going to paste it, glue it, somehow attach it to this painting of the silkscreen, like you said.
Yeah.
And again, and once it's explained as to why she's doing it and how she's telling the story.
That's it.
As
it's
a
the story
timepiece,
behind it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, wow, when I first walked up here, this was like a thing. It was a silkscreen thing. I see some fishnet on there or some netting on there. I don't get it, but now it's all from the same industrial age.
Right.
And that kind of thing. So, yeah, I think one thing what you talked about was art class. what I did is pass over art appreciation class.
Yeah.
Because
but
you
you
don't
are
understand.
artsy. I mean, in terms of like, I've seen what you've drawn and what you have painted and things like that. You are an artsy person.
But art appreciation wasn't my thing. I was that person who go, whatever. But I do,
Well, and I also think that, unfortunately, our schools did not do a good enough job explaining the importance of it. And, it comes down to now, how are these kind of jobs equitable? They're gaining equity now because people are recognizing that there's a place for it.
Think of Russell's husband.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, Bill Miller.
Yeah.
One of my absolute favorite
Makes
artists.
things out of linoleum. And so he has a warehouse full of old pieces of linoleum.
Yes.
That eventually he will use a piece of it somewhere or there and as he built, it's almost like 3D.
Oh,
it's
it's almost like a puzzle.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's literally piecing them together to form some
doors,
fascinating
all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then uses it when he's able to.
I'm trying to think of, where did we see his piece, John? Was it at Freeman?
I don't know.
Oh, it's in Garfield.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Fantastic place. I remember walking in just complete awe. But he's in New York City all the time now. So
he's a bigwig, lives here, but his art is in New York City and sells his pieces for, he makes a living.
He makes a living.
Which is super
isn't
cool.
That the truth?
And I love that he still lives in Pittsburgh and he takes
and the
his
fact
art up there.
that it is so alive in Pittsburgh, I definitely want to talk about this next, and I know we have to go for a minute, but coming back in, I went to the now I'm drawing a blank on what it's called. No, I'm not. The Children's Museum. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Could not believe how amazing. I hadn't been there in years because my as your children age out, you're not at the Children's Museum part. I went for an event, and we need to talk about it because I think we also need, with us talking about the Golden Quills, we need to chat about the difference between influence and journalism. It's John and Rachel, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
My friends at NASCO Roofing take pride in exceeding customer expectations. Stephanie from Murraysville used NASCO for minor roof repairs. When a storm created substantial roof damage, she called NASCO. NASCO worked with Stephanie's insurance company and installed a beautiful brand new roof. NASCO has satisfied thousands like Stephanie. Get NASCO on your roof. Call NASCO Roofing, 412-373-2000, 412-373-2000. Most jobs done in a day. Special financing available. NASCO Roofing, NASCO.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-323-8922. 800-323-8922. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-323-8922.
Hearing the news every day is one thing. Hearing it hit home is something altogether different. That's the difference you hear every day on KDKA Radio. We go beyond the benign headlines and bring the news to life, your life. So stay here and hear the news and what a difference it makes. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
CBS News Brief. President Trump is growing impatient with efforts in Congress to check his power in the Iran conflict with the War Powers Act.
The Democrats in Congress that push this, and probably a couple of Republicans, they're hurting our negotiating ability, which is infinite right now.
Passengers are not happy that budget carrier Spirit Airlines halted operations today.
I don't know, JetBlue and all the other companies, they're just so expensive. I feel like Spirit is just affordable.
Usually we fly Spirit all the time. Usually it's the best affordable flight, and it's kind of like that reliable car that you have. It always gets you from point A to point B safely.
Voting rights advocates in the U.S. are worried. CBS's Allison Keyes.
Republican-led states are racing to redraw congressional maps in the wake of that Supreme Court ruling this week that gutted part of the 1965 Voting Rights Act. The governors of Tennessee and Alabama called state lawmakers into special sessions yesterday.
CBS News Brief, I'm Heather Bosch.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Cold for May this afternoon. Clouds and sun, a shower in spots. The high only in the upper 40s. Partly cloudy, chilly tonight down to 33. Partly sunny tomorrow, back up to 59. Warmer Monday with an afternoon shower, high 71. For AccuWeather, I'm John Feerick, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Going through a big weekend? Yep. We'll get there to Monday. And when Monday hits, for sure, I'll be back. It's going to be fantastic. With you 2 to 6 on Monday. Join me then. Colin Dunlap right here, KDK.
It's John and Rachel, and we are here until 9 o'clock tonight. Sometimes we have bumpers, and we try to remind ourselves not to say, it's John, yeah, it's us. Just a reminder, it's us. This is us tonight. But John and I had a really powerful first couple hours with so many people coming in, and we thought, let's use the 8 o'clock hour to just kind of catch up.
Yeah.
So we were talking a little bit about art. And I had told you earlier this week, my friend Kat Burton, who is such an amazing emerging artist. When I think of art, I think of her. And she's another one in that category where, you know, your mind was trained that art was, again, just more freehand sculpting, that kind of thing. We learned about her about a year ago, learning that she put on an amazing fashion show where she depicted the life of a woman throughout, like your cadence of life, essentially. And so you start out unsure about yourself, and she did it through fashion. Mm-hmm. So you saw someone early in their 20s unsure and not knowing what to expect in life and unsure of herself and that kind of thing. And she modeled. And then in your 30s, you're a little bit more confident and you have a little more taste of life and a little more experience. So, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so we were talking about that. And it was actually displayed at the airport and it got rave reviews. And to me, that's a form of art that I've always appreciated because it's more than just what clothes you're wearing during a certain time frame, you know. And she's artistic beyond that.
And how old is she?
Oh my gosh, she is 31.
Okay.
Or 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
young.
It is so young. And it is so interesting to me. And I bring her up intentionally because we had her on the Pittsburgh Her podcast first, and then we had her on Anya Jagoff. And I was smitten by her for different reasons on both, you know, just to hear her. And she's a very quiet, reserved person. You wouldn't recognize her because she goes under the radar intentionally. But like you see her and she's a standout. She's beautiful and she dresses amazing because she is an artist when it comes to fashion. But having gotten to know her, I mean, you know this, she's become one of my dearest friends, and we experienced unique things together at the same time. But I ended up sending her a text message after this event that I attended on Tuesday or Wednesday night, and said, I don't know why our paths crossed. I don't, because we wouldn't have had a reason. And I don't know why they crossed and they stayed, together. But I'm so glad that they did, because I love seeing what you're doing. And what she's doing is building a whole new showcase of Pittsburgh and how to see Pittsburgh differently, not through sports, not through, we're always happy to hear that the Cultural Trust, we're known for our stage presence, for people and performances. But now, can you imagine if we're going in the direction of art through fashion? Mm-hmm. Who would have thought?
Right.
We were always so behind the times.
And the cool part is she's talented.
So
and
talented.
That's kind of like her side gig. But the good news is her full-time gig gives her a canvas to do this, because you went the other night to where?
Thanks, because I was drawing a blank. It is a division of the Pittsburgh, of the Children's Museum, and it's called the Museum Lab. And so, she referred to it like the Museum Lab. And as my daughter Addie and I were walking toward the Children's Museum, I'm like, I don't know where that is. It's actually the old building. You know how it grew?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
How it expanded? It's the old building.
Okay.
And you go in, and what she has created is this art series. Quarterly, she chooses a unique topic, and not just like AI, like everybody wants to talk about AI, or women who have done things, or males through the years. Nothing like that. It's through the lens of an artist. And so she has an intentional curated exhibit that she has on display at the time that is themed to what she's talking about for these panel discussions. And so this one, completely out of my league, completely, for many reasons. And it was, and I forget the entire title, but essentially The Art of Influence. In fact, it might have been called The Art of Influence. And she had 4 current influencers and a panel moderator who is also an influencer. And I knew 3 of them. Mm-hmm. And knew of all 5. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting because the art of influence is an art.
No doubt.
They're mastering a craft.
Mm-hmm.
I struggle with it. I don't say it very openly. I struggle with it because I see a place for it and I see the intent for it. But sometimes I think it blurs a line into storytelling of journalism. Mm-hmm. I saw somewhere most recently, and I didn't even tell you this, on social media, where an influencer gave a report, sort of like a recap of something. Mm-hmm. And I saw a comment that said, "Your journalism speaks to me." That is not journalism. Mm-hmm. That's where I kind of go, now that's where we have to stop. Yeah. That person is entitled to their opinion. They spoke eloquently. They explained it indefinitely. I understood where they stood. I appreciated it. I agreed with it. Even if I didn't, I would say I appreciated it. But that's not journalism. Mm-hmm. That's a whole other craft. Mm-hmm. So it was interesting for me. And my daughter at 17 and I had the same conversation, because there is a place for influence, but is it sustainable?
And when we talked earlier about the Western Pennsylvania Press Club, the journalism awards, they are peer reviewed. They're, the professionals from other places are looking at those. That's not what's happening in influencing.
Correct.
And, influencing is literally being paid or not paid to say, hey, I really like this, whatever, or go do this, go do that. Come to Pittsburgh. We know there are Pittsburgh influencers, so, or take this airplane brand to Pittsburgh, all those kind of things.
Sure.
And the difference, as I'm understanding it as the non-journalist person, is that they're not checking sources. We've had guests on here talking about journalism, and the fact is a journalist is basically blind to the opinion, giving facts, and those facts have been checked out by multiple sources. You're not just saying, hey, John's cinnamon rolls are the best, mm-hmm. right?
Right, and you're allowed to say that. Absolutely.
It's not journalism.
It's not journalism.
Right.
And that's where this blurring and blending is happening. Mm-hmm. I don't know what I think of it. Because, again, I respect people for their opinions. I respect people for what their jobs are. I think there's a place for it. When I don't know that I follow certain influencers. I guess they're in my feed. Some of them are friends of mine, but I don't know that I'm following them because they're an influencer.
Yeah. I think the thing, and I don't know if this becomes controversial or not, but influencers have existed long before social media.
Correct.
A person who's trying to get you to buy their steel, a person who's getting you to buy their car is an influencer.
Yeah.
A person who's interested in getting you to have your meeting come to Pittsburgh or Cincinnati, it has been an influencer. An attorney is an influencer as you're trying to plead guilty or not guilty for somebody. So I think the art of influencing has always been around. Now we have it coined as a phrase that, social media has coined this term as an influencer, and people do that. And it's fantastic that people can make money doing that.
Absolutely.
Name one person who met with their guidance counselor in high school and said, you should be an influencer.
Right.
And the age demographics of influencers is incredible. When you think of just coming out of or just in college to someone like Pittsburgh Hills, the age difference is dramatic, but the way they tell their stories is fantastic.
Or even the subject matter.
Yeah, in the subject matter. But on the other hand, it isn't necessarily what we would get from the top and the bottom of the hour.
That's right.
The news that comes
That's exactly right. Yeah. And, you and I have had this conversation in terms of like storytelling versus being a journalist. And we often, in the beginning, would err on the side of, we're storytellers. And then everybody became a storyteller. So we were like, well, we're more than that, because I do know how to conduct an interview from meaning I was taught it. Not that you certainly learned it, but it's the same. It's that craft thing where I say to you, you were crafted medically. You know medical things that I don't know. Therefore, I'm not going to speak to it because I wasn't versed, meaning going through school and holding a degree or something of that nature. So it's interesting, though. I will say kudos to Kat, because I probably was one of the older people in the room. But I thought it was an amazing, impeccable balance of people. It was Michael C., who was Sarah, the Honorable Sarah Inamorato's social media and communications person, who spoke amazingly well about certain demographics that are affected by certain things. The Deanna from Motherhood did a fantastic job. I know you're going to have her on next week to talk about it. She talked about how certain things have influence that you wouldn't even think about, like healthcare. They were tasked with a healthcare campaign, and how do you go how do you sell healthcare? It's a whole other thing. Who are you appealing to? Because there are so many widespread audiences now. Yeah. And so there was an Indian American person who was quite the influencer. He interned at TikTok. He's now living in Pittsburgh and doing an amazing job. And he talked about how he got hired from Motherhood for penny, to kind of show that part. So it was just really interesting to see the different takes, and I really enjoyed it.
And those are going to continue.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm actually doing one.
Yes, go ahead.
Well, I'm doing one in June. And I believe it's a topic of ambition, which I'm excited because I don't know who else is on the panel. I don't know who the moderator is, but certainly honored that Kat asked me to do it. Do you find yourself
a specialist in ambition?
Yeah.
Yes.
I do.
I was waiting for you to downplay that, because you downplay many of your talents.
Thanks. I don't know if that's a talent, but yeah, I'm ambitious.
Well,
There's
you
doubt.
downplay many of your talents, but you certainly are an ambitious person. I was waiting for you to downplay it, but there couldn't be a better host for it. Yeah.
Well, thanks. You're awesome. Anyway, great conversation. I appreciate that, and I think it's important to know the difference, but support all these local folks who really know the hustle and the grind. So
now let's have some fun after this break.
Oh boy,
going through our national holidays.
Yes, it's John and Rachel, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Every Tuesday morning at 7:20, listen for Inside Independence Health, a look at all things healthcare with the experts from Independence Health System. It's brought to you by Independence Health System. Expert care here.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Mark?
I've been doing home remodeling for 30 plus years, but the economy crashed. I wound up losing my home, losing my job, and on top of that, owing the IRS a ton of money. I owed the IRS $114,000. It really, truly was the worst part of my life.
Then Mark found tax relief advocates.
On news radio, I heard about TRA, and I thought, what's the worst that could happen? So I picked up the phone and I called them. When it was all said and done, TRA settled my $114,000 debt for $100, and I'm telling you, I was ecstatic. Could not believe it. Would recommend TRA to anyone.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Mark did and call TRA for a consultation.
But TRA did. They gave me a second chance, and I'm forever grateful.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-491-9914. 800-491-9914. That's 800-491-9914.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
Where Pittsburgh comes to talk. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Rachel and John jagging around our last segment, and usually on Saturdays our last segment is talking about these fake holidays, which we're fairly fascinated by.
I don't even know. They're not fake. They're actually national holidays.
I mean, they're on a fake calendar. They're on a fake calendar. Somebody made them up.
What makes them a fake calendar, John?
Somebody made them up, and listen, and maybe sometimes you abide by them, maybe sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a national I don't want to turn 50 day?
Is that today on your calendar?
It is.
Okay.
It is 100% on my calendar.
So I should be doing this. I should be looking these up, giving you the night off because you have 3 hours left.
Until I'm still 49. I know. Someone said, listen, I have to tell you this story while you're looking it up.
Do it.
So yeah, I do turn 50 tomorrow, and it's whatever. It's a number. And I have this amazing sister-in-law. I have not even told you yet, John. So I got a phone call. It came up on my phone that said Westview Florists. And, I love them. They're just fantastic people. They were amazing. Shout out if you're ever looking for a local place, especially in the North Hills. Westview Florals, just fantastic. So they were calling, and I said, hello. And they were like, somebody's birthday's this weekend. And I, of course, know them. And I said, don't even remind me because I am still, or she said, happy birthday. And I said, I'm 49 today and I'm staying 49. So just give me that until tomorrow, that kind of thing. And she said, there is a delivery that we have to make. Are you going to be home? Because we can't leave it outside.
Okay.
And I said, I know who it's from. And I am taking my daughter somewhere. I'll come pick it up. Thank you. So double shout out here. One, it was the most adorable birthday cake themed floral arrangement. I'll show you the picture. And so it's sitting on an actual birthday cake. What are they called? Trivel, tray that's on a
trivet.
Cake. Trivet.
Okay.
I knew there was a chur. And it was it's layers of different colored flowers and fake candles in the middle. So it looks like a birthday cake. Are you listening to me? Because it's the most amazing floral thing. Okay. So I love it. I get there, I pick it up, and they are telling me, pick a couple more flowers because we have to make up the delivery fee because you came to pick it up. I said, it is fine. I appreciate you guys so much. What you did for me, over my mother's death and et cetera. You're just great people. Don't worry about the delivery fee. I'm glad that I could come pick it up because it was cumbersome. No, so they're picking these flowers. So here, we want you to have these flowers. I'm like, okay, thanks. So I go home and I look at the card. It's from my sister-in-law, Faith. So I knew it was from Faith because she's so thoughtful. And so I get it home and I take a picture of it and I send it to Faith and I say, only you. I just need you to know how much I appreciate this. It's just so kind of you because it's going to be a tough birthday because my mom's not here. What she wrote back was, she said, I know that it's not going to be easy. And I know that there's nothing that somebody can send, but I wanted you to know that when I turned 50, this is what your mother did for me.
Oh, wow.
And so not only did I want to do it for you, but I want it to become the tradition that we all have in our family. And I want to pass it on to our daughters so that when they have milestone birthdays, that's our way of honoring your mother.
Wow.
It was the best. I mean, I'm not 50 yet and I haven't gotten anything, but it was the best gift I could have gotten.
Wow.
The most thoughtful thought-provoking thing, and I know she's not listening because she's so busy and she has so many things going on, but I just wanted to share just what that meant to me.
Wow.
And how cool of a story.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
I feel almost terrible bringing up the next topics.
Oh, God, do it. No,
that's
but I
so
just...
meaty. that's such a good
so
story.
much meaning.
And the next topic is just so frivolous.
It's okay. We're good.
Yeah.
That's why I was waiting for you to pull them up, and I thought I just want to shout out my sister-in-law because it just was so kind and
All
so
right.
thoughtful.
So this is how we usually
now I'll change the subject.
Yeah, this is how we usually end the Saturdays.
Okay.
And again, these are frivolous things.
Okay.
All right. So the one I was reading while you were talking it was the one I'm going to save for the last. So,
okay.
All right. First of all, it's International Pilates Day.
Okay. Who cares?
What ifs, right? Right? Who determined that?
Right.
National Brothers and Sisters Day.
Oh, okay.
Which I had no idea because I know there's National Brothers Day, there's Sibling Day. How do we determine the difference between
I love
brothers
when my
and
kids
sisters?
remind. They're like, "It was National Sunday. You did nothing."
Right.
I'm like, I didn't even know it was the thing.
Right.
Every day is National Sunday.
I can't look at this calendar every day. I only look at it on Saturdays,
I
and
know.
sometimes only you look at it on
Right.
Saturdays and make me aware of it.
Sure.
All right. National Baby Day.
What does that mean?
You want me to hear? I'll click on it. I'll tell you.
Tell me.
It's a special interest. It says Baby Day is celebrated May 2nd to honor babies. They are adorable, soft, and full of curiosity, and you want to bite them.
I
as
do
you
wanna
always say.
bite them.
And
Sometimes.
Baby's smile can light up rooms. So it's basically just about babies. All right. Should I keep going?
That's just odd, though.
Uh-huh.
Baby day.
All right.
But, okay.
Here's one. National Beer Pong Day. Did you ever play beer pong?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Were you good at it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Guess what? I wasn't.
Oh.
Remember when we tried to play cornhole as a team and you had to carry us?
You were so bad.
Bad.
You were so
Yeah.
bad.
And that's not even drinking. It's just bad.
Yeah.
Just
I was
bad.
like, I'll take your turn.
Yeah.
It's
right.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you are very competitive.
A little bit.
Yeah. And you're like, I think John fell off the ladder over there.
I'm not sure
What's
where
funny
John
is
went.
it's like my 5th and 6th grade basketball team all over again because when
you
you'd
weren't
have to
good.
do 30 layups to get out of practice.
Yeah.
And if they were on 28 and it was my turn, someone gypped the line and went for John. Because they knew they wanted to get the hell out of there.
Sure.
All
I
right.
got it.
All right, here we go. Free Comic Book Day. Free Comic Book Day. Did we ever a comic book person?
John, who cares?
Yeah,
right?
So you were
no,
never from
I actually find them ridiculous.
Well, get ready for the next one.
Well, but wait, are you a comic book person?
No. But get ready for the next one.
All right.
So if you said Comic Book Day was frivolous,
Oh, God.
Harry Potter Day today.
Listen, it's the worst. I can't with Harry Potter.
My son just spent the day at Harry Potter World by himself down in Orlando yesterday.
No, he didn't.
He did? He was with him.
Why does he like that so much?
I don't know if it's his age, but he's fascinated by it and had whatever drink they have, they serve it there, and he had one. Mm-hmm.
Is it like sorcery? Is that his?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Did you read the books?
No, I had no. But I love the fact that the woman made so much money off
My favorite story about that is that, our friends, the Migliozis.
Yeah. Roman
and Anthony had a hockey tournament, and he never really was one to talk, Anthony.
Okay.
And he came up to me and he said, Mrs. Runnebeck, could I stay over next weekend? And I said, sure. And he said, oh, good, because my mother and my sisters are going to a Harry Potter weekend, and I refuse to go. So I, to this day, remind him that I spared him from going to the Harry Potter weekend.
All right. So this is, of course, National Kentucky Derby Day. It's National Life Insurance Day. It's National Play Your Ukulele Day.
Oh, wow.
But can I get a little drum roll on this one? Because it is National Naked Gardening Day. And I'm going to read this to you. It's listed under a cause, for God's sake. World Naked Gardening Day is an event celebrated on the first Saturday of May of every year. Didn't know that. And this year it takes place on May 2nd. Gardeners from all over the world get together to attend to their plants and flowers wearing no clothes or shoes. This way they're able to connect the origins of gardening and our natural relationship with Mother Nature. I don't know that I have
a lie.
Not even one neighbor that I would want to see bent over a flower pot watering.
Oh, my God.
I'd rather... I mean, come on.
Anna, didn't know where that was going.
I mean, please put a house coat on or something like they used to.
Who says house coat?
Right. That's what we need. That's what you... There should be National Gardening in Your House Coat Day.
There you go.
Yes.
I love to garden,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. That's it. No, I don't love to garden. I just love plants.
But fortunately, it's in your living room, and yeah.
Yes. Which also, my Aunt Becky, shout out to her too, because she brought me a plant yesterday.
How about that? See
Another
that?
birthday gift that was fantastic.
Thank God she didn't know what today was. She could have
Full of
delivered
life.
it a little
Exactly.
bit differently.
Completely differently. My dad was on last night, and we were talking to him about nostalgia and things at his museum, and he reminded me that it would have been James Brown's birthday tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Oh,
We have
right.
the same
Oh, yeah, you
birthday.
have the same birthday, right?
How about
James
that?
Brown.
James Brown. Jump back, kiss myself. Hey. He was one of my faves. He was fantastic.
Not the James Brown from the NFL shows.
No.
The James Brown. Yeah.
Mhm. He used to call every year for my dad's birthday to say happy birthday.
How about that?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Such good memories.
That's
Such good
crazy.
memories. Anyway.
Well,
Lots
that's the
coming up
end.
this week.
Yeah.
You're going to have to stay tuned on our social media because we will be talking about strawberry jello pretzel salad. Again, as you said, the t-shirt. So if you don't know what we're talking about, May the 16th, the Block Northway, noon until 2, 14 different purveyors. They pair up with charities, and you have a People's Choice Award that you can give them if you vote. So it's $10 a ticket. You get to taste test all 14. And if you buy one of our t-shirts, it's an amazing strawberry jello pretzel salad t-shirt, and that gets you another vote.
It's all on Eventbrite.
Simple.
Eventbrite. Yeah, just text or search strawberry jello pretzel salad.
Or text strawberry jello pretzel
Yeah, do it.
salad. And
Yeah.
maybe somebody will answer you. It's John and Rachel, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's time to spring into deals at Lowe's. Freshen up your yard with Stay Green Premium 2 cubic foot mulch. 5 bags for $10. Then get what you need to keep clothes, food, and dishes fresh with up to 35% off select major appliances. Plus, save an additional $100 on select laundry repairs. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 5/6. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.